Hello and welcome back to the 716th Legion podcast.
Whoa.
I know it's been a minute.
We don't do this anymore.
No, we're I've been pushing for this. I wanted to do some podcasts, and we've got a lot of good topics written on a board somewhere. But very specifically today, we're going to be talking about the cast announcement for Avengers Doomsday. We've got 26 confirmed cast members from that.
I think it's 27.
27?
Yeah.
Does Robert Downey Jr. count?
He's the 26th. They announced 25 names, and then he was at the end.
I thought it was 27 for some reason. I thought he was
27. Anyways.
Either way, it doesn't matter.
It's 20-something.
2025.
And more importantly, what we think that means for the MCU, for the movie, and some other crazy thoughts that we might have along the way.
I have thoughts. My brain is
But
empty.
overall, be real here. Who sat through all 5 hours of that announcement?
I joined.
No?
I was doing other things, and I joined, and I just put it on in the background, like halfway through.
I didn't even watch it at all.
I had no emotional reaction to most. I had emotional reaction to like one portion. That was like it.
What my experience with that live stream was Christian in our group chat.
Yeah.
Giving names.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, that's cool. They're gonna be in it.
Because it took all right. So before, if anyone doesn't know, which I doubt anyone doesn't who's watching this, so the Marvel decided to do it in a live stream, of just like panning, and I think it was just like one pan that took like a minute, and they just like would pause it. Like press pause. I when it moved on to like different directors' chairs, basically like on set, with the different actors' names,
little themes, and
stuff. They did that over the course of 5.5 hours, I think. Like to get 27 names, and it was like every 15 minutes ish. It wasn't even like there wasn't like a set time. Like
it was pretty close to about.
It was
15
close
minutes,
to 15, but it wasn't like it was like on the mark. It would do it like they'd play a little theme from like a related project that the actor was in.
Yeah.
And
or
then they'd pan over. Very annoying. I would think we can all agree with method of doing it. It definitely, from a marketing perspective,
I didn't watch any of it.
say.
Me either.
Yeah, I guess if you were not watching it, I guess you don't care. It's just like a normal announcement at that point.
I did follow along on the artist formerly known as Twitter, though.
Yeah.
The artist
discussing films was pretty.
Yeah, I was literally
keeping the.
Well,
updates
Marvel
coming.
also would tweet out a 30-second to a minute video of like it switching from one name to the next.
Yeah.
So I just went to their page and I would like watch some of the clips.
Mm-hmm.
Especially the hyped ones.
But either way, even though it was a slightly annoying way of announcing it, I think it probably, from a marketing perspective, I would say it worked.
Yeah,
because
the numbers on the live stream were apparently insane.
Yeah, they kept getting bigger as they went on.
200 million or something.
People were talking about it, even if they were talking about how it was annoying them. So, which is still goes back to
any publicity is
good publicity.
Yeah.
I don't know how true that is, but in this case, if that's like something they're
we're talking about it.
Yeah, we're talking about it. So. All right. Do we just want to do the names?
I think let's run through the names and just be like, were we hype? Did we predict it? You know, that kind of stuff, and work our way down. Because obviously, the further down you get, the more not random names, but like the less predictable names.
Yeah, no,
you just went into space real quick.
Anyway, okay, so we're gonna do it in the order of announcement. We're gonna start.
Big surprise right off the bat.
The first one was Thor, Chris Hemsworth.
Predictable.
Yeah.
Good to see him back though.
Rather predictable.
In a more serious role this time. He'll probably be evil.
And we're gonna talk about like the order of like how they announce people too.
Okay,
I think, but
before we get into it,
we haven't gotten through one guy.
Absolutely going to be evil Avengers in this, correct?
I wouldn't say
I
that.
would assume that Doom's group is
no.
going to be the original six.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I think so.
I think there's I think Doom might have like more like folks with him, but like I don't think they're like the main. Doom is not going to be like Doom's not going to be like Thanos like in this movie. Like this isn't a movie where like Doom is just like taking names, killing people himself throughout like the entire course.
I think it's very
like
much...
Doom will start off as like a deceiver figures. That's what Doom does. Like Doom is like more like technical. He's more like clinical in terms of the way he goes about things. So
he's a doctor.
And again, that's before we even get
Can't
into the
trust that.
fact that this is like an obvious like variant Doom in that of
Yes.
just Tony Stark. And I think even the Russo brothers have said as much in an interview at this point. So anyone who was like, "Well, it's not him. They're just gonna keep the mask on," like that's like, no, you were wrong. Like you were like it didn't make any sense. Like that we're just gonna cast like Robert Downey Jr. again, but like not have it connect. Like no, that was never gonna happen.
I never.
Like,
I don't think anyone's serious.
no, there was
ever
people
really
that
thought
would
Oh,
like
there
there
were-
were
I don't think
people.
anyone's
It's like, but the
serious.
Russo brothers
Absolutely
said
people.
that he's Victor Von. It's like, yeah, he's a variant. Like it's like I don't like.
I don't
make it
even think
work.
that he's a variant of Victor Von Doom. I'm pretty sure that he's just Tony Stark, who is Doom at this point. Like,
Yeah, I
I
don't
don't
know.
think that he's...
Either way,
It
like
doesn't matter.
Yeah.
yeah,
Like
either way,
in
I think
this
it's a bad
universe,
dec-
Victor
yeah.
Von Doom is Tony Stark. Like it doesn't matter. Like the way that they've written the multiverse
Yeah.
to be is literally anything can be anything. Like,
Yeah,
I
exactly.
mean,
Fucking-
that kind of is how the multiverse works.
well, yeah, but like in the comics, at least with the multiverse, it was like, oh, it's this but slightly different.
Yeah.
In this, they've kind of done it where it's just like, oh, in this universe, like with the What If series, which I just can't.
And very quickly, we'll just because we don't want. I don't want this to become like our opinions on like Robert
MCU.
Downey Jr. Doom
He's
again, because that's
Again.
topic has been like we've talked about that before. Like everyone's talked about that. What is everyone's quick opinion on that?
I will wait to see how they leverage it in the story. But purely face value, I think it's the dumbest thing that MCU's ever done.
I'm fine with it because it's going to be for 2 movies and then they're going to move on.
Yeah, I'm mostly with.
Allegedly.
Yeah, I'm
It's going to be for
yeah.
2 movies and then
I'm
they're
mostly
gonna
with
move on.
Ryan on this. I'd probably a little bit harsher to it. I don't like it. But well, I will see how it's. I'm happy that it's not like that. It doesn't seem to be like the long term like Doom of the universe. But I'm also at the same time it like almost taints like whatever Doom.
It makes it worse
like
a little
comes
bit, yeah.
next. And like that version of Doom doesn't get to do like the Doom Secret Wars thing, which
Plus,
is like one of
God,
Doom's like
God
pinnacle
forbid, like
moments.
Robert
so-
Downey Jr. is an amazing actor. Let's get
Yeah.
that out of the way. There's nothing against him personally. God forbid that he actually like we go into that movie and he blows us away,
Yeah.
and like he is phenomenal and
I mean, if he
everything
does
makes
that, like,
sense.
yeah.
That you're fundamentally setting up the actual quote unquote actual Doom of the
It
universe.
was like the peak Marvel villain.
Yeah,
Like,
to be slightly worse, and everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, I liked
Yeah, it
the
doesn't
Tony
get to do his
Stark
Secret Wars
variant
arc.
better," and you're like,
Yeah.
"What?" And so you're
and at
kinda
least him
screwing
being a
yourself,
variant,
in
like
my
kind of
opinion.
like softens the blow to me of him not being what's the word, Romani,
yeah,
which I like, which again, like Marvel of there's like 5 or
Well,
6 Marvel characters that
yeah.
should be Romani that are not Romani.
there's
MCU,
5 or 6
but-
characters that should be not white people that are white
Yeah,
people.
yeah, yeah.
Imagine we go into this and he dies immediately, and
He's
it's like a
like-
different Doom.
Like he's actually just Iron Man again.
Yeah.
Like, he's
And then they're
it's-
paying him way too much money.
yeah, way too much. He's
I
getting way
mean,
too much money anyway.
He got
but-
way too much money for Homecoming.
I mean,
if
even
he
the
was in there for,
dude,
like,
even
one
the
second.
Russo
yeah.
brothers are getting far too much money. Like again, despite all the things that I always talk about, like despite my usual aversions to movies that do these type of things, like I like Infinity War and Endgame. Like the reasons I like Infinity War and Endgame have nothing to do with the Russo brothers directing.
No.
And the fact it's like that's it's nothing to do with them.
It's borderline a detriment.
Yeah, like honestly, like it hurts the film more than than it helps them. And they didn't write it. Like you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
like they didn't. Russo brothers didn't write like Infinity War and Endgame. Like so. Either way, I want to get back to the list.
Yeah, let's get back to the list.
Okay.
The
Second,
list.
Vanessa Kirby,
I mean, I'm
Visible
not.
Woman.
We can just go ahead and say this. I'm not shocked, nor
I was
it
annoyed the
didn't mean
Fantastic Four were
anything to
broken
me.
up.
Yeah, I didn't understand why they weren't all in a line, but like I don't.
The
Okay,
second
yeah,
you announced-
Fantastic
yeah.
Four is in the movie with Doom. Okay, cool. Okay.
Yeah,
like,
the second you announce one, you're like, okay, we can
Bam,
just
bam,
get these
bam,
in a row now. Like, but
like, was it supposed to make us think like, oh, maybe the thing
maybe the-
dies in this
maybe
movie?
the
Like,
thing's
no.
dead. It's like,
Like, oh, maybe Galactus kills Mr.
Why wasn't
Fantastic.
Taskmaster
No.
in the lineup for the
we're gonna get
chairs?
to that.
We'll get there. All right, you're jumping ahead. That's not the chair that's next.
Anthony Mackie, Captain America.
Hype.
Cool.
I want to say predictable, but you know
That is
what? With the
predictable.
way things are in general in society, I'm still happy that they're not backing off on that.
Well,
at
there's
all.
other things they seem
Have
to be
you
backing
seen?
off on
Have you
potentially.
seen
So
Brave New World yet?
Is it on Disney Plus yet? There's your
you
answer.
can go watch it on.
Do,
like,
do you
no, never
know
mind, I won't
of
say
the
that here.
end credit?
Sorry, what?
Do you know of the end credit?
the like post credit.
A guy
yeah,
is
I've watched
coming.
it. Yeah.
Okay.
I've done my
That is
calculations,
the worst guy.
Captain America.
Like, why would he know? Like, why would he know that?
Something's
Why-
coming.
He can
The
he-
probabilities.
Yeah, the probabilities.
I hate that shit so much.
So that kind of confirmed to me that Anthony Mackie was going to be.
Yeah, I guess.
Well,
yeah.
again, the reason why I said like predictable is like, okay, Captain America's in an Avengers movie.
Wow.
News at 11. But like
I mean, it's barely an Avengers.
the
Other
fact that
news.
they're like, no, Anthony Mackie is Captain America. Everyone shut the up about it, and he's coming back. Like, I like that it's not even questioned a
Yeah.
little bit. That's all.
Sebastian Stan.
Whoop.
First of a bunch of Thunderbolts that are in this.
He-
And
he has
honestly, one of the more
all-
popular Avengers that is left in the MCU, I would say. Like, honestly, and he has been doing really nice stuff outside of the
Yeah.
MCU
No,
as well.
shout out to
Is-
Sebastian Stan for being arguably
Oscar
like,
nominee.
Yeah, like
Is
phenomenal actor.
is Sebastian
that
Stan,
continues
like,
coming back?
getting up there in like longest running MCU character?
He might be.
He's after these 3 next movies, he'll probably have like a pretty high number of appearances. So
I mean,
because he has one in like
even
the,
just
I don't
with
wanna spoil that.
Thunderbolts, I feel like he's been in a ton. He's been in all the Cat movies.
3 Cat movies,
4 Cat movies.
2 Avengers movies.
He's been
Yeah,
4 Cat movies.
show and the 4
3
Cat movies. Yeah,
3 Avengers movies. Right?
After this upcoming one, yes.
Yeah.
he's in like
Four
a
Avengers
he's in a
movies,
post credit scene for like was it Black
He'll be
Panther?
in
He
Secret
wasn't. He
Wars.
wasn't in original.
He's
He
in
wasn't
Black Panther post credit if we count that.
He wasn't in Age of Ultron.
But he'll be in Secret Wars. He'll be in Doomsday.
Yeah, they were talking about like
Oh.
upcoming.
That's 4.
Okay. Do we know that, or are you assuming?
I'm assuming.
Yeah. These are
Anyways,
Black
yeah,
Panther
Sebastian
2.
Stan-
Black Panther 2. He's in the.
Oh, yeah, okay.
He's in the end
Okay. Yeah. And
without
and,
an arm or something.
And Tony Stark was in Incredible Hulk.
Yes,
Alright,
he
well, what
was.
do we-
I mean,
Yeah,
man, it
all right,
counts.
fine,
Hey, man,
technically, but, like, what are we doing
appearance
here?
count. If we're gonna count the one scene he's in like Cap, then we're gonna count that too.
All right,
so,
fine.
anyway, Letitia Wright. I'm
Whoop,
happy
whoop.
she's coming back.
Hype.
I love Black Panther 2.
Slightly
Actually.
predictable, but like nice to see.
Yeah.
There's another one about to happen that I'm gonna react loudly to, so I want to prepare you guys.
Paul Rudd.
Yeah.
Not that
I
one.
was about to say is that. Like,
Not that one. I did like the comedy of them panning down to a small chair.
yeah,
though.
that was fine. Yeah,
That was nice.
It was the only thing different. That,
Yeah,
like,
it was
the entire
literally the
one,
only
like-
thing other than like
That was
sound.
the
I thought we were
Fourth
gonna get more
announcement?
things
Yeah.
like
That
that.
was the 4th announcement.
No, it was the.
Are we going in
6th?
order?
I'm in order. Yeah. Wyatt Russell, second Thunderbolt.
I'm-
That's a
I'm,
U.S. agent.
I'm happy about that.
Yeah, I'm actually. You know what?
I like Wyatt Russell.
He's
Yes,
great.
Wyatt Russell's amazing, but
I think he's gonna be
also
pretty good in
Really
Thunderbolts.
like the character of U.S. Agent and the way they're like portraying him.
What's his name again? The actual character's name?
U.S. Agent?
No, besides like the.
Oh, like his name?
Yeah, 'cause
name?
they're not calling him U.S. agent yet. They're just kind of calling him John.
What is
John
his
Walker.
name? John Walker.
Yeah.
I'm very much very quickly. We should say I'm actually very excited for Thunderbolts.
Me
I'm
too.
very- yeah, I think we're all
I'm
actually.
legitimately like this might be the first movie. MCU
I think its
movie that
rollout
I'm
has been really
excited
good.
about in quite a while.
Yeah.
frankly,
I mean, I was excited about Brave New World, but
I was
alone
I
in-
was
you were
so
in a.
worried.
You
I
weren't
was
in a
alone
high-
in my.
Yeah, you weren't in a high majority of people that were excited for that.
Most people were like waiting for it to be bad.
And there were but most people exactly. Most people were waiting for it to be bad, and then there were like also like 2 different groups like with completely different issues of why they were very ambivalent to that movie. So,
But I just like to say that
we are
I
not among the group that's
I
bad.
really liked Wyatt Russell in Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Oh yeah, no, he
He's
was
a good,
amazing
like,
he
in
was
that.
amazing.
pseudo-
in
That whole
villain
show was
character.
really good.
Mhm.
I'll hesitatingly
no, I don't.
say.
I don't.
I'll
I have-
say it's good.
I
It
have,
was
like,
good.
I think there are
very
good.
much liked it.
I need Julian to watch the MCU so we can do that part 2 of the rankings
I
because
think-
I have hot takes about all the Disney
I
Plus
specifically
shows.
okay. I think like the stuff with I hate everything with the Flag Smashers in that show. I think they're
Yeah, it's not
handled
great.
very very poorly, both like politically
was-
and story wise.
Because they
Uh,
had a much larger plot for them, and then they just completely threw it away.
Well, it's partially that, and I will. The only 2 Disney Plus shows that I will allow them the excuse of, but COVID is WandaVision and Cap.
Literally had a Falcon and Winter Soldier literally had a I believe a pandemic storyline in it.
Yes.
That they had to like fully cut because of COVID.
Yeah, like
so
literally
and that was
those,
a lot more.
those are the only 2 shows where
Carly and
I will
Weber.
sit there. Yeah. Those are the only 2 shows that I will sit there and like if someone comes to me like I say, hey, I had a problem with this and this, and they're like, but COVID affected it. I'm like, yeah, you're right. That's why I'm nicer to it than I probably should be.
Yeah,
He's
I'll
got
say this.
Both of those shows, hot take. I don't like how WandaVision ended, and that's because I feel like COVID really screwed the ending of that movie.
Yeah.
Movie.
Yeah.
I think of them as movies. That show, because like 3/4 of that show is peak, and then it just randomly turns into garbage at the end. In my opinion, hot take. But we're not going into that right now.
Yeah.
But those are the only two things where if someone says COVID
I do
affected
like
it,
the-
I agree.
I do like the
yes.
ship of Theseus thing.
It was cool.
I
That was
like
very
that.
good.
That's like. I think
I'm
the
also a
rest,
philosophy nerd, so that was
yeah,
like
I think
that
the
was
rest
a layup
of
for them.
I think the rest of that final was kind of.
When I watched that show and Vision like flew into a library, my immediate thought was he's gonna talk his way out of this. Like he's going to like logic his way out of fighting Vision.
Listen, WandaVision was really good. Like whenever they were like in the bubble, and then every time they go back to, and I don't mind the little
Excuse
crew that
me?
we have
Yeah.
out
Jimmy
there. Like I think
Woo?
I was about to say Jimmy Woo and Marcy.
Darcy.
yeah,
Darcy
I actually ended up
and
liking like
Monica.
that little crew and like
Our introduction to Monica.
yeah, I actually like that little like crew of 3 like pretty
Yeah.
like more than I thought I like would like going into it, but like
Remember
but it
when
is
people
clear
were
that there was like a
pushing for
quality
Jimmy Woo
difference.
show.
Yeah.
People were like, we need a Jimmy Woo
But there's
show.
definitely a quality difference, like in and out
John
of like the
Krasinski really
hacks.
acted his heart out.
Yeah. Real quick on Falcon Winter Soldier, I'll say like I really don't dislike the Flag Masher stuff because I think it's like a really bad message. If I'm being honest, like there's some underlying
It didn't
things I do
work- it
not
didn't
like
work
about the
well.
Flag
Yeah.
Smashers, and like also like some of Sam's reaction to them as well is not like the greatest. But I think like they handle like the whole
Isaiah Bradley. was
the
like
Isaiah
amazing,
Bradley
like-
stuff is probably like the most peak stuff in that show, and then like
And
even-
just the
and
cat-
his
and
struggle
the
like with
Bucky-
accepting the role and like putting on the flag, and like that is handled I think pretty well in that show, and like Bucky's like trauma and like their
and obviously their interaction
is like very
is
good.
the-
Like I really
I gotta
like
go
episode
home and
5.
rewatch.
Like I really like
Falcon
episode
Winter
5 of
Soldier
that
now.
show. Like,
It's
a
a
lot.
good show.
It
like
is a good show.
I
know
mean the Flag Smashers
I'm the
just
one
really
that
drags it down.
took
to
us
me.
on this side path, but
Yeah.
like my hot take, and I'm just gonna leave it. And we're not gonna talk about it. We're gonna move on. My hot
Yeah.
take is I like Falcon Winter Soldier better than WandaVision. We're just gonna let that sit,
Sure,
and we're gonna move on.
I'll let you deal with the consequences.
Tell me if I'm wrong in the comments.
Then we got Tinoch. I don't know how you pronounce his first name. I think it's Tinoch Quarta, who is Namor from.
Namor. There you go.
Yeah,
There's my
that
loud
was one of the
reaction.
ones I was actually surprised about. That was actually I was like, oh, okay,
Namor!
that's interesting. Namor is a pretty big part in like Secret Wars, like the
Sorry.
2015 version.
Namor.
So. Namor.
They
Yeah.
put an apostrophe
Namor.
in there. Namor.
But yeah, I'm kind of cool with Namor.
And we haven't done our part 2 ranking, so I haven't been able to like go on my Namor rant. But this is gonna seem really weird, but I am a Namor truther. I am a very big fan of the Submariner as a character. I think he is very interesting. I think he offers an element of like different. He brings a different tone to whatever story he's in.
Yeah,
because
100%.
he's a hero, he's a villain, what is he like? What's going on? What
Mhm.
like he is very self-motivated.
He's very anti-hero coded, very selfish,
He's very
arrogant.
Yeah, I think his design is very interesting.
Yeah.
He interacts with a lot of different characters. He has a long history with Black Panther, which is why I
With the
like that he
Fantastic
was
Four.
introduced in that. His history
Which
with
did not
Fantastic
really work
Four,
this time around. But
which I mean, hey, I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. If at any
don't
point
open up this line of play. I know exactly what you're talking
Namor's
about.
chest is glistening, and we get a quick cut to Vanessa Kirby going. I'm there for it. All right, I'm there
that
for it.
discussion because that shit gets misconstrued so much.
It does. It does.
I see so many clips that are like of like look what she did. I'm like that's like a vision. Like that. It's like
yeah. No,
it's
I
like,
want
that's like
to
not didn't
stress
happen.
that I
Like,
don't
like,
actually
it's-
want Invisible Woman to in any way
Yeah.
cheat on Mr. Fantastic.
Which she is.
I am
hasn't.
just saying it's also very normal for an adult human being to find another adult human being
Sure,
attractive
sure.
while in a relationship. That's not cheating
Yeah.
intrinsically.
What?
Okay?
It's
It's
like-
not. It's just
Cancel
like
him. Cancel him.
Cancel him.
Cancel him.
I'm just saying, if I want a quick cut of her going like, "Wow, he's kind of hot," and then she's like, "Wow, he's
They
a
might not
dick,"
even- they might
and
be-
then move on. Like that's all I'm asking for.
I mean, half these characters aren't.
You
even
get
gonna
a
interact.
quick
no, they're not.
you
Gonna
get a
interact.
quick cut to Invisible Woman like checking out Namor, and then a cut to Mr. Fantastic like reconfiguring his muscles to like be
Yeah, man.
Yes,
better.
that's all I want for 2 seconds. And then I want her to chastise him for being like self-conscious and just being like, "What? Like
Yeah.
It's fine.
Eb-
I'm married to you. I've had 2 of your children. Like, stop. It's fine.
Eben Moss Bacharach as the Thing. He's
no.
as Micro. He's back.
It's Micro.
He's from Punisher.
From Punisher.
He's like, so yeah, Morpheus does before.
So anyway,
which
here's the
surprising. Like, who
here's
would have
the
thought
thing.
that the Thing would have also showed up in this list after Invisible Woman? Like,
They basically they did the meme. They're like, so here's the thing.
I'm moving on now. Florence Pugh.
All right, Yelena.
I think she's one of the more popular newer Marvel characters.
Oh, 100%.
I would say
100%. I would say 100% to that.
now the first kind of.
She's a great actor.
Yeah,
She
she's
is.
very good.
Florence Pugh is amazing.
Didn't she have an Oscar? She might have not, or she did at least that's
Or at least nominated.
So,
Wasn't she nominated for Midsommar?
No, I think. She's been
Or
nominated
that
for one or
movie
two
got
things,
nominated,
so,
maybe.
yeah.
Maybe she didn't, but the movie did. I don't know. Regardless,
This
she's
is the first,
phenomenal actor.
kind of surprising one, like kind of like eyes wide one, like Kelsey Grammer as which you have to
Beast.
assume is Beast too.
True, we don't know.
Maybe he's like
Kelsey Grammer as Dr. Frasier.
Yeah, maybe he's Frasier. Like he's back. It's like
Wait, Cheers is confirmed in the MCU?
yeah, he's
What?
back. Like. Yeah, like, we don't know any of these guys' characters. Maybe they're all playing new characters. Like
Yeah,
maybe they're just like
That
Absolutely.
honestly, that,
That
would
would be
piss me off
crazy.
so much.
it didn't say their actual character. It just said their actor name.
Can we
or
talk about how
actress
the
name.
end credit scene or post credit end credit for the Marvels turns out to be the
we're,
most
we're
important?
going to talk
thing?
about this because it's stupid. It's really dumb. Like the least seen post credit scene in the entirety of Phase
They're
2
like,
is the
that
most important movie for
Listen,
of the
listen
Avengers
here.
movies.
If you don't stay
And none of the characters
to
in that
watch
movie
the
are
end
announced
credit
here.
scenes, you're not a real Marvel fan.
He doesn't mean the least scene because people walked out. He's saying the least scene because no one went to see that.
Yeah, the movie just
I
didn't.
would
Nobody
go
saw
see
that
it.
movie.
And I
like,
want to say to everyone
and
out
I don't
there,
even dislike
it's
that
a
movie
good
that much.
movie.
Yeah, I think
It's
that
a
movie's
great
like,
movie.
I don't think it's like a great movie.
I
but
think it's a great movie.
It's very good.
But I enjoy it for the most part, and like it's
Fun. It's fun.
There's movies I dislike a lot more.
Yes.
That I've seen, especially in the phase, whatever phase we're in, phase 4, phase 5.
Also,
Six
like
now.
anyone
the
that
multiverse
says
saga.
like everyone has to
We're
agree with
phase
this.
6
It is
now.
I think
better
so. Isn't
than Captain Marvel.
didn't
Oh, yeah,
Cap
yeah, I would
start
say it's better
phase
than
6?
I don't think
Captain Marvel.
anyone. I'm gonna look up what phase we're in. So
Just
we
say the
can-
multiverse saga. It's easier.
What,
Anyway,
what-
we gonna
what
move on, or do
phase
we want
we
to talk about the
in?
Beast more?
Hang on,
What
I'm
do you
curious.
wanna,
I'm googling what phase we in, and I just want to see if
what phase?
Fantastic
Oh.
Four starts phase 6.
Oh, okay.
we're in the waxing crescent phase.
We're
They gave me the
just
moon-
about
the
to
moon
finish
phase.
phase 5.
All right.
All right, so yeah, Kelsey Grammer. Anything else you want to say about that? or
I
just
think he is. I
weird
will say
CGI
that I'm
guy
very.
now?
I think it'll be fully CGI. I think his voice is perfect for Beast. I've always loved
Yeah,
that
he's a-
cast.
I
Seems
think
like
that
the
his
casting people really
redesign
like.
to be
The
more
redesign is
comic
perfect.
book
I think it
really
needs to be a little bit
more
more like,
animated, accurate, looked good.
Yeah,
I think
no,
design good.
I don't think
the-
anyone had a problem with that.
I think
honestly.
people like the design. I think it just needs to be a bit more like polished. Like,
Oh yeah.
like
I mean, it was a
could have
post
looked
credit.
better.
They
yeah,
didn't sit
yeah,
there and
yeah, exactly.
spend hours and hours trying to get it
Yeah.
perfect. I don't think.
Then we got Lewis Pullman, Sentry, who we haven't met yet, but we're gonna meet in about a month.
I'm a big fan of Sentry as a concept. I will be interested to see
Yeah, it's
what
entirely
we're
what-
doing
see what
with
happens in the movie,
Thunderbolts.
so.
But I think he is a good actor.
But again, like
I
a
don't have
lot
a
of
lot
thunder,
of thoughts here.
yeah,
We
a lot
haven't
of
seen him
Thunderbolts
yet.
in this. So a lot of Thunderbolts in this, like nearly like
All.
like 20%, like of the,
I think
the
all
cast
of
in
them
that.
are in,
All.
all of them are in there, right?
Yeah, all. Yeah,
Yeah,
we're,
all
not
of
missing,
them.
we're not missing anyone, are we?
No,
Like,
there's no significant like missing characters, right?
It's definitely not dead. Like who's dead
No.
within the first 30 minutes.
They're all gonna live. No, you mean, no. That character was never in the trailer. They just edited.
Yeah, you see that they like they showed like another trailer with
Yeah.
the same shot.
Same shot.
They're
and
not in it.
Taskmaster
I mean,
is
she
not
wasn't even
there.
edited well into the first one, like where she's just kind of standing there in the background and is very clearly like not there because of like her size.
Different coloring and lighting.
Yeah, it
and
doesn't make-
just,
yeah,
it's
just-
fine.
like the
Taskmaster's
it's like the
totally not
Sony
dead, guys. Totally alive.
It's like the
100%.
Sony trailers for like No Way Home, where it's like there's just it's like look at this frame. It's like we're obviously two other people.
Oh, you mean when Lizard's neck just moved?
yeah,
on
like
its own?
yeah, really. I
Thank
hate
you
Sony,
to whoever in Brazil did that.
Anyways,
Anyway, Danny Ramirez, the new Falcon.
I technically have
Torres!
seen him in action from the show, but I have not seen him in the movie.
He did really good.
I'll leave. Sure.
You don't think
I
that
think
he was
I
a good addition to the movie?
I think he's like fine. I like think his I think his scene like I don't want to I know this movie hasn't been out long. Like his scene like there's like a scene with him in like a hospital bed. Like that scene is good. Like that scene with like Falcon with he's talking to Mackie is good. Yeah. I don't think like he's a little too like I don't know what to describe it as. His humor does not work for me, and he's like kind of the main source of humor like in the film.
I think he very much has the new, like, anytime in the MCU that there's been a new hero, they have, like, that, I'm going to call it the honeymoon phase.
I don't dislike him.
They have, like, that honeymoon phase of, like, oh my gosh, I'm a superhero now. And, like, that was pretty much what he was.
This has kind of annoyed me. I don't know why, but...
Maybe because we're so far in, we're getting new superheroes.
I think we're kind of, like, burnt out on the, like... I'm a superhero.
I'm
like it works when it's Miss Marvel.
He was
or
very
like
MCU.
The new Hawkeye, Haley Steinfeld, and stuff. Like it works when they're played as young. But this guy's like he wasn't in the army.
He was like he was in the military.
Like what are we doing?
He was far too like he was just very quippy. He was very like MCU.
Tell me if this is
true.
Did he do a Fortnite dance in the movie, or was that or was that a commercial?
He did a dance.
He did a little dance at one point that really made me mad. But like
he's very much. He's very much how Ant-Man reacts when
he gets better as the movie goes on.
Meets all the superheroes.
I want to say I'm a very big fan.
Yes.
It's like I don't think you understand how this is working.
I liked him. I thought he was
fine. I don't dislike him. It's just I assume he'll barely have any screen time.
Yeah, he'll show up once.
Joseph Quinn, the Human Torch.
What?
Yeah, what's
the rest of the Fantastic Four?
This announcement was fire.
Okay, I'm just gonna move on really quickly. David Harbour, Red Guardian.
All right, so just all the
just the Thunderbolts. Like, ooh, like, shocking. I guess like all the. I guess it's would they survive? Like, I guess it's.
I don't.
How do they survive? Okay, so you see all these. This is very quickly off topic. So you see all these like really cool shots that they've released of like Sentry's like void powers. Or like the Void was the other personality, and where he's like just deleting people and they turn to shadows. What are the Thunderbolts gonna do against?
You just shoot them.
We all shoot and punch.
I'm like, how are they supposed to stop this?
You know what? Yeah, I guess we'll have.
And again, I'm very excited for Thunderbolts still. Anyway,
it's a very likely possibility that movie ends with something that leads into Secret Wars.
Maybe.
I mean, at this point, I feel like it almost has to, right?
Yeah.
Especially at least the post.
There have been. I don't believe this, but there have been a lot of people online that like dissect each frame, and it's like, oh, there's dust on the ground here, so they must be in the void. And I'm like, I don't know about that.
Well, I think people need to get hobbies, is what I'm hearing.
That is their hobby.
Well, I think
they need to get healthier hobbies.
Because again, we also this doesn't seem to be like we haven't said this yet. This doesn't seem to be the full like cast.
No,
it's
like
half.
If I have to be honest, because like I guess it could be because like I don't think you need like 50 characters, like because that's only like it's hard to balance like a story wise. But like I think they will because like Infinity War had more, and there's no way they're gonna like downgrade. Like that's just not something that Marvel
they'll at least keep
Disney
it like
gonna do.
Flat. Because I mean, if we're being honest, like
they're not going to lower the bar in their mind.
How many characters were in Infinity War? About 50, right?
Like, yeah.
And Infinity War worked.
Yeah.
So like, I don't think 50 is impossible. I just think it's about how you balance it.
Like with some of the.
Also, does this now like how are we? So my question is, and we could talk about this once we get through the rest of the cast, but like. Is Doomsday just going to start with all these people getting pulled into Warworld? Like, are they all... You know what I'm trying to say? Like, are all these characters in their own worlds first and then get pulled... Sorry, Warworld's what, DC?
I don't... Doomsday... Yeah, Doomsday is... I don't
Battleworld.
Okay, Battleworld's like...
This big different thing, guys.
Yeah. It's very clear that, like, Secret Wars is obviously going to be Battleworld because, like, both comics that are called Secret Wars are about, like, Battleworld.
Right.
Obviously, they have very different contexts to them.
Are we going to get a... Secret Wars accurate Spider-Man getting Venom?
I would love that.
No.
I would say that that's a likely possibility.
We'll wait like 6 years to like get it. Like we'll see what happens with it. Like with the current pace of things. Like no, probably not.
I think it'd be interesting.
No, because like they're not. I don't. Okay, because like. It doesn't. Okay, they're gonna have to do like what they've done. MCU has always done, which is they just take a title and they do something completely different with it, with like little bits of.
That's a good argument.
Like because again, like the original Secret Wars, which I've read recently, like that is it's like pretty fun. Actually, like it's a pretty good comic run. It's actually good. No, it's actually pretty good. But it's very much just like here's a team of villains, like action figures, and here's a team of hero action figures, and I'm gonna like that's like what that comic is. Like there's nothing overly like deep like
Yeah.
about that, and then Beyonder is like just like playing on the strings.
Yeah,
like
he's the guy.
Or
smashing them together.
okay,
and then Secret Wars, like, but now let Jack say is what he's gonna say.
ahead.
2015 is like deep, like months long, like multiple comic tie-ins, like deeper, like multiverse type thing, like mainly like revolving around like Reed Richards and like Doctor Doom's relationship, like, and then like the Illuminati and a bunch of things that are not present at current. Like most of the main players in Secret Wars, like in Hickman's version, are not like present in like the way, like there's no setup in the MCU for the type of story that like Hickman's Secret Wars is about. Like most of the characters just aren't present, and even if they are, they're in the wrong universe, or like they haven't interacted with the other characters that are important to the story.
What do you mean? I heard that the post credit of Captain America was referencing the Illuminati.
Yeah, that didn't. Don't just.
Don't get Christian started.
I don't even know how that makes sense. Like, unless like he accidentally spoiled something. Like that's the only way that makes sense, is if like the Illuminati is like not like our, because again, okay, we're getting too deep into comic lore. Like, we're getting too deep.
Sorry,
It's
guys,
too
I
confusing
What do you
to
mean?
explain
Comic
without
lore is-
sounding
Alright,
insane.
we left off with David Harbour.
Okay, David. Yeah, we'll get to it. We're gonna talk about this later.
I do
Uh,
like Red Guardian. I have no problem
yeah,
with
I
David
like
Harbour's
He's
Red
fun.
Guardian.
I think he's good.
He's fine.
Him
Yeah.
and Yelena definitely have a
There,
good.
the
good back and
chemistry is
forth.
what makes it work.
Yeah, I think they'll be fun.
If they
in
didn't have,
Thunderbolts,
if it was
so.
just the character, I don't think he carries it on its. On
This is the one I was like most excited for, besides the little run we get in a little bit. Winston Duke as M'Baku.
Yeah.
I was like really excited about like that actually, because I
Yeah.
really like that character.
He's a good actor.
He's a very good actor.
University of Buffalo alumnus,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Winston Duke.
Yeah.
My best friend Dom, the 6 degrees of whatever.
Mhm.
Kevin Bacon. The his what did he say? His cousin was
Dom's cousin or
Dom's
okay.
cousin went to school with Winston Duke. Like
Cool.
they were classmates and they're like close. So Dom is hoping that his cousin invites Winston
As the
Duke
plus
to
one.
be his plus one, or to be his cousin's plus one
Yeah.
at Dom's wedding. And I said, if that happens, I'm just saying I might
Yeah.
be a little reckless. All
Again,
right?
they really seem to
What?
like. Yeah. And Marvel really seems to like Winston Duke because like I think he had an even bigger part in the second Black Panther. Like I
Mhm.
actually really like his and like Shuri's relationship. He's kind of one of the only like main characters
Bald-headed
left.
demon.
Yeah, I love that. He's really good. He's even like he gets like a pretty decent amount of, because obviously Infinity War really capitalized off of like the hype Black Panther.
Yeah.
Like got like a few months before it, because like they're obviously in Wakanda and they use like a lot of the more side like
Mhm.
Okoye and Shuri and M'Baku. But then even like in I always like flashback to, I don't even think he has a line in the movie, but when he's in Endgame, like he's like right next to Captain America and like Thor.
Yeah.
Like he's like dead
right up
center
there.
of the frame during like the iconic like
He
run
knows
shot.
where he
So Marvel
stands.
very clearly likes
Avengers!
him.
And
He
Biden.
knows where he stands.
Yeah.
He's like, I belong next to these two people.
Yeah.
He-
I always found that
another
hilarious,
good
so-
actor. Like
Very good
whatever
actor.
you want to say about the character, good.
This is
bad, or
definitely the
otherwise.
character that probably have
Like-
like the least amount of lines in this movie, though. Like out of the
True.
people listed. here.
Imagine he's like one of the team leaders, and he's like.
I
one
would
of
love
the-
it if
I
he had a
think you're,
bigger
I
role.
think
I
you're
just don't
wrong,
think he
Christian.
will.
I think he will have equal screen time to Chris Hemsworth.
Actually, to be fair, I think he's like okay, this is like getting ahead of ourselves, but like I don't think Shuri is going to be like an Avenger in this movie. I think there's like almost like a Wakanda faction.
I agree.
Like, and I think like if that's the case, then he's kind of the only like Wakanda character left to have like he would basically be Shuri's like main advisor at this point.
Yeah.
So, like
We're
like
gonna see-
is
I guess
that's how
Okoye
they
is still
let-
here. We haven't announced. They didn't announce Okoye.
That's how
so-
we left off with Black Panther 2, wasn't it? Like, wasn't he in a position where like they were? Wasn't he like the leader?
She left for a bit, right?
Well, because didn't the way
I don't
It's
remember.
been
I've
a
seen it move
minute.
once or
I
twice.
only saw it once in theaters. Didn't Black Panther 2 end because Angela Bassett's Queen? I don't remember her name.
She died.
She
yeah.
died, and then I'm pretty
Spoilers.
sure they elected. Not elected, but like they nominated basically M'Baku. Like he's the leader of
Yeah.
Wakanda, and the Black Panther is the protector of Wakanda.
Yeah, I think it's
So,
something
like-
like that. That
so like
sounds right
he's
to
the
me.
leader of Wakanda now. I'm pretty sure.
That is- okay, so he might have a bigger role than I actually think that.
Are we gonna see Mr.
Mr. Fantastic? No, he hasn't been announced yet.
Are we gonna see T'Challa's son?
No,
No, probably.
we
not.
will not see him in this.
I think we're
movie.
going to see like a Well, if those
T'Challa Jr.
if those leaks were right, I think in Secret Wars there's a good chance we get like an older, like new like male Black Panther.
Yeah, I think that's what they're gonna do, and I don't hate it, but we can talk about that at a different time.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about the
I
plot.
don't hate
We're
it.
gonna talk about plot things after we get through this list, which we gotta get through quicker. Hannah John Kamen, who is Ghost, so another Thunderbolt. I think they're gonna do like a lot more justice to that character
in
I'm very
Thunderbolts.
excited.
And
For
she's a good
character,
actress, so I think the Thunderbolts are gonna redeem a lot of these like characters that like aren't the most beloved.
Scott Lang literally. Oh, in the woods. The woods. Oh.
That scene is funny. I don't like that movie, but that scene is funny.
I don't know. We could talk about the Ant-Mans a different time, but like I really only like the first one.
And then this was like actually the
the
most
second
okay. Then we got another kind of surprising one, but not really if you think about it. Tom Hiddleston Loki.
I honestly
that was
did not
surprising
expect.
only in the sense of there was a part of me that really thought he would be done,
I thought that he but
it doesn't.
I knew
surprise
that there
me.
was a decent chance that he would come because like he's the god of stories now and he's literally holding together the multiverse.
So the real question is this that Loki?
I would have to assume.
Yeah,
so.
definitely.
Okay.
Because I think like if they do like a Secret Wars like 2015 style thing, like the only place left in the universe, like in the multiverse is Battleworld. Like in that story,
Right.
like everything folds into just like this little corner that Doom is holding together because he has like the Beyonders powers. So like I don't think they can't introduce like the Beyonder.
No.
Like they like you know what I mean? Like it's like well who like
How big of a role do we think Loki's gonna have in this?
like
movie?
a scene or two. Like,
Okay.
I think I have two concepts in my mind. Either like he's like the like like what if.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like where there's like if like it
I'm
depends
aware.
on like what secret happens with Secret Wars. Like he either like goes and grabs like a team like at the end in like the exact
I have
same
to put
way that
together
like
a
Watcher
team.
does to like deal with like
Right.
Infinity Ultron or whatever the fuck that character's called.
Yes,
Uh,
that's exactly his name.
And then
Season 1 of What If was pretty good.
it's better than season 2 and 3. I'll give you that. It's
Yeah.
better than or like he is like or Loki is kind of because there's only a couple characters that if we're not introducing a new character, there's only a couple characters that are like have the potential to like do Beyonder level shit, and maybe God of Stories Loki is that character,
Right.
or like the other one is Scarlet Witch that I can possibly think because she can just do like
She's
no more
absolutely
mutants
gonna be
or,
in
like
the movie.
type
I don't
thing.
care what she
So-
says.
but those are the only two characters that I think will be important to like any like creation of Battle
Yeah, I
World,
almost
like,
thought that like maybe Loki in this story is going to be like the opposite of Doom.
yeah.
Like it's entirely possible. It's entirely possible.
Because I don't think he can't leave that seat. So if anything, like I think the scene will just be like Doom confronting, like somehow getting there, and then like confronting Loki, then taking that power, so he can like use that
Yeah.
power to create Battle World.
That'd be pretty sick.
Like that's what I think.
I just desperately want that Loki and our Thor to have their moment.
Oh, they
like if
absolutely
we don't get
that'll
that,
happen probably.
it will never happen.
I think
If it doesn't happen in this movie, it will never happen. Period. In my opinion.
maybe
and I
maybe
think
Secret Wars.
I don't see it though, because I really think. I
Yeah,
mean,
but-
how many different times can we watch Loki die? But I truly think that there is a risk
Well-
that Doom kills.
well, we're not
the
gonna
God
watch
of
I don't think
Stories
they
Loki.
can't kill Loki.
We're
I
not
think if
gonna-
anything, I think honestly, if anything, it might be the two things I mentioned. Both might happen. Like he gets
We're-
deposed, and then he goes and does the thing.
We're not gonna
Gotcha.
see Loki die. We're gonna see Thor holding Deadpool.
God
that,
damn it.
That is never going to return.
It's
I
going
don't
to
think.
Speaking
return.
of which, let's
Uh,
continue.
I'm just gonna do this next run all at once. I think
Is
I
this
got,
all the
I
X-Men?
think I got everyone written down. This was probably like the most hype that like people got during this thing, and this was good timing. Like
Yeah.
doing these in like the row they did was like good. Like that was
Yeah.
like the best marketing decision they made
Yeah.
during like this whole announcement. Patrick Stewart,
Woo!
Professor X, Ian McKellen, Magneto,
Woo!
Alan Cummings,
Woo!
Nightcrawler, who only played Nightcrawler like once.
Yeah.
Like in
In
X2,
X2.
to very good effect. Rebecca Romaine, Mystique,
Woo!
James Marston, Cyclops,
Woo!
and Channing Tatum, Gambit, who I'm going to include in here.
Ooh, about to make a name for myself here.
Now, this was I was excited to do this because I'm a fucking huge X-Men guy now. Like X-Men '97 got me into the comics, and I've just been reading the hell out of them. So like, and I have like a lot of nostalgia for like the Fox X-Men movies for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Like I always like had an affinity for them, even though I don't think they're particularly like
No
great.
one does.
and they're not even very good X-Men adaptations. If I'm a lot of them, if I'm being honest, some of them are like X2. I really like as an adaptation of X-Men. But like this, what I was
X-Men
like,
Origins
this is what
Wolverine.
actually like got
Cinema,
me. This is like when the
obviously.
slop got me. I'm like, oh, ooh, like the nostalgia, the nostalgia.
Let me
like,
let me go to our group chat.
yeah, I
real
was
quick.
freaking out a little bit. In the group chat. I simmered down after like the nostalgia waves like moved through. But I was excited about like, well, I just want to see X-Men characters in movies.
Yeah.
You know, like that's all I really.
My thing, the only negative I have about that whole run of X-Men, and
Yeah.
I'm very positive, and
Yeah, a lot of the
I'm gonna be
roles
honest,
aren't
I
great.
get pulled into the slop pretty easily, overall, but. I, as much as I love Sir Patrick Stewart with a passion for many things, Star Trek,
Yeah.
obviously, I love him from Star Trek, but, you know, also as Professor Charles Xavier, how many how many different versions?
He's died
Like, how
three-
many
he's
times
died
are we gonna
3
watch
times.
him die?
He's died at least 3 times.
He's
I
died
think.
3 times. End of X3.
X3,
we
Logan,
see him die in
and
Logan.
Multiverse of Madness.
Multiverse of Madness, and the Multiverse of Madness one was just this random Charles Xavier variant that had nothing to
And
do
again,
with
this
He
was
had a
anything.
cool death though.
These
He
are the
did get
things
a
that
cool
got me
death.
most excited for this role, because especially because like, okay, we're gonna see them in like they're probably actual costumes, like that those characters never got to. That era was like so allergic to giving any of the X-Men their actual costumes. I will say
What
though,
did you
it's
expect? Bright colored.
I will say though, as like a critique of this, if like it's I don't know how good it is a sign to your universe and to your upcoming Avengers movie if the part that people were most excited and like most hyped about and like talked the most about
Or the Fox
was
X-Men.
the Bush administration's X-Men.
It's,
Like I don't know if that speaks well to like the
Yeah.
overall health and popularity of your like current universe.
I
It's
mean,
like
hey,
how, like-
people were very excited for Gambit.
yeah, but Gambit I assume is okay. So this is not going to be like those X-Men. Like I guess it could be like the Days of Future Past, like post timeline. Like it could be.
Well,
But I assume that this is like the same universe that we saw like Beast in
Yeah.
at the end of like the Marvels.
No,
Like, that makes the most
is,
sense.
But
Like
I
it has
think
to be
people
that.
are arguing that that universe is the post Days of Future Past universe.
That doesn't make any sense.
I'm
That
just
doesn't-
saying.
That makes no
That's
sense.
I've seen people say that. That's all I'm saying is that I've seen
and
people say
Deadpool, I
that.
guess, and Wolverine could be in that, but at the same time, like
That universe, that post Days of Future Past universe is X-Men and is Deadpool and Wolverine's universe. That was confirmed in Deadpool and Wolverine.
Really?
no, they didn't.
Yeah,
What are you talking
They
about?
didn't, and there's like maybe someone said something, but there's no part of that movie where that is confirmed.
The Logan universe, which
Uh-huh.
is the future of Days of Future Past
Yes,
universe,
that is confirmed. Yes.
was Deadpool's universe. 1005.
Oh, he's right. He's right. No,
Oh,
he's right.
okay. I thought you were saying that like.
Logan. Okay, so here,
Okay,
here we go.
I see what you're saying. I thought you
Days
said
of
that Miss
Future
Marvel's
Past,
one was confirmed to be
Logan.
that
Oh,
one.
no.
Okay, that's fine.
Deadpool.
That's
Deadpool-
true. Sure. Yes.
Deadpool and
Timeline.
Wolverine's timeline is Logan's timeline.
Right, because Deadpool goes back to his universe.
Okay, so there's 2 Hugh Jackmans
Currently, yeah.
in that. Oh,
Well,
no,
no.
Logan died in that.
There are
Okay,
Yeah.
so-
in the present
Hence
day
the plot of
in the
Deadpool and
present
Wolverine.
day of at the end of Deadpool and Wolverine, there are 2 Hugh Jackmans and 2 Lauras in that universe currently until they die in the future.
Would Laura
There's too
have
many.
been
There's
born?
there's too
slash
many.
created.
I
Okay,
think
so that's
at
over.
that
So
point.
that's over by itself. Like
Yeah,
there's Deadpool, X-23, a couple other X-Men
It's a
characters,
bubble.
and Colossus are like all stuck over
Yeah.
like there. And then okay, so so I'm like, so this is Ms. Marvel. So like, I think we're all mostly in agreement that like these characters here, these like last 6 and the Beast, are like Ms. Marvel like and post credit scene
Yes.
like X-Men characters.
Yes.
Like
There's
okay.
no way.
And they're
there's
just
no way it's
including
anything
Gambit
else.
in there, just because he was popular in Deadpool and Wolverine. They're
Yeah.
just chucking, even though he's not like a classic one.
Well, maybe.
Well,
I mean,
at
I
the-
could also be legitimately. It could be a hint that we're going to see in the second half of the cast. We're going to see Deadpool, and like we're going to see
we're going to see
their
Deadpool and Hugh
names.
Jackman.
I don't
again.
know if we will.
and
we are.
Daphne Keene probably.
Is okay, here's the thing though. Like,
here's if we're
how many Hugh Jackman are going to be in the fucking movie then? Because like,
One.
All of them. All
is
the
there gonna be
characters are Hugh
in
Jackman.
this universe too. Like at the end of Miss Marvel, like you're gonna have a Wolverine too.
We're
'Cause
getting-
they had everyone else.
We're
basically.
getting Greatest
and there's gonna
Showman
be
Hugh
other
Jackman.
Hugh Jackman, like
we're getting
from the
Les
Deadpool
Mis
universe.
Hugh Jack.
we're gonna have 1 Hugh Jackman.
Okay, that's what I thought.
We're
But,
gonna,
like, which
what-
one?
What's
Like,
going What's going to happen is
The Deadpool
we're
Wolverine.
going to pull people from different universes.
Till you're
So it's gonna be 1 Hugh Jackman from the Deadpool and Wolverine universe.
There's too many universes.
He's gonna get pulled in. The
I don't
post-credit scene X-Men Marvel Universe is going to get pulled in.
No.
And what I'm believing is happening is because this is 100% just my theory. Is at the end of Deadpool and Wolverine, Deadpool asked the TVA, "Can you help out my friends in the Void?" Channing Tatum, X-23.
Well, I mean, it was in that movie technically, and the close up of that was a deleted scene.
Yeah,
that
they should all be out
approved.
of there.
So
They are all
I'm
out
assuming
of
that
the Void.
The Void is that
ga-
the Void?
Yeah, it's called the Void, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Yes.
Is it the Void? Yeah, I think
Yes.
it's called the Void.
It's
yeah.
called the Void.
Yeah.
Channing
Wait, is
Tatum.
it- wait, okay, so we have the Void, and isn't like Sentry's thing also the Void?
That is what that's called in the comics,
But they might not
but
call it
they
that
might not
in the-
call it the Void.
Channing Tatum's Gambit is taken
Got out.
from the Void
Yes.
and put in the post-credit scene Marvel X-Men universe.
Oh my god! Or even better, he leaves the Void and he just enters this movie.
That also could happen.
They don't even
I don't
do
need him- I
any
don't need him to-
universe hopping.
I don't
They
even
just
need him.
pull
No, I don't want him to be that because like that
Oh.
version of Gambit is so like written to because like and I hate people because like yes I liked like Channing Tatum.
You
playing
heard it
that
here
role.
first, people.
I liked-
Christian hates people.
I liked Channing Tatum in Deadpool and Wolverine because like he was playing the role as like that's
joke.
not how he would actually play Gambit. Like and people like loved like unironically liked it and it's like I liked it ironically like how you were supposed to like it. Like he can do a better accent that doesn't like people always kind of Channing Tatum isn't the best like choice for Gambit. If nobody has ever thought that, even when like he was like it's fun that he got to play it and I'm kind of fun that he's gonna get a chance like in a but like I don't want him to be that weird version.
He's gonna die,
gonna
right?
be
Like he's
that
gonna
version.
die.
No, it's not gonna be that version. Like that
pretty
version was
sure
like a
it
joke.
is.
That version
No,
was like,
But that's
like
why
he was
I think,
cool during
I
like
think he's
fighting
gonna
and
get.
stuff. But like,
See, here's my thing: is I think they're gonna continue. First off, I don't think anyone's sitting here thinking that Deadpool and Wolverine are not going to be in this movie.
I don't know if they will.
They will
I
be.
really don't
I
see
really
a way.
Dude,
that
how
they
many?
can
Dude,
pull
how
Gambit.
many universes are you gonna pull into one movie and make it before people get
All of
confused?
them.
All of them.
Maybe Secret Wars, like not like this one.
But this is
Like-
a build up to Secret Wars.
This is like when Infinity War was a part 1, part 2. This is just what this is again.
It's
So
a
again,
part one,
some
part
characters
two.
are not going to be in this first one. Like the same thing happened with Infinity War.
I
There's a few
assume-
characters
No,
that
I
didn't
agree with you.
show up.
I agree
I
with
would
you.
assume.
And
I would
any character from any Marvel movie ever can show up in Secret Wars.
Yes.
Like not even MCU ones. Like dead characters, like the defunct universes, like one-time
Yep.
appearance. Like anyone, Hugh Ferrigno, like anyone, like can show the fuck up in this stupid
Ben
thing.
Affleck's Daredevil.
Yeah, like anyone. Like so, Secret Wars is like gonna be a shit show to like even predict anything about.
they
But-
they might pull in a DC character. We don't even know at this point.
Yeah, sure.
Marvel and DC are doing a crossover again.
Okay, so either way, that's like the X-Men.
Halle Berry's Catwoman.
And then
for
like
no
it ended
reason.
on a pretty like annoying note with like Pedro Pascal. It's like wow, shocking.
Oh,
Mr.
yeah.
Fantastic is also in this movie.
I love you,
with
Pedro
the
Pascal.
other-
This
I
has
do love
nothing to
Pedro
do with you.
Pascal. And then Robert Downey Jr. was
My
like
sweet-
we know
My sweet summer child.
like ending with Robert Downey Jr. with this long like build up like score which was longer than everyone else's. I'm like yeah we know you announced this a year ago.
Yeah.
Like we don't why are you like
didn't
doing
love that.
fanfare again? No, it was like it ended on like a downer. Like as far as I was concerned, like it's like an anticlimax.
Should've
It's like we
ended with
know
Gambit.
this first. I thought it was gonna be like Chris Evans, like which I would have still been like annoyed
So,
with, but like it would have made
Watch
sense.
5 hours of names on chairs.
Just to
that
see the
would have
same
been
guy.
honestly. That might have broken.
would've
the
been
internet.
funny.
That would have broken the internet.
Anyway, that's our 26 or 27. I don't remember.
I'm pretty sure it's 26. I'm gonna go on record as saying I'm pretty sure it's 26.
I'm pretty sure it's 27. So
I would assume that that Doomsday is going to be
A movie?
is the start of
Wow.
Secret Wars, and we're probably gonna have like maybe 2 or 3 teams at the beginning, and as we progress through the movie, we're going to find more people from different universes, kind of scattered around wherever they end up.
All right, we got a few more things to talk about. So do we want to talk about like what Jack's talking, like the plot stuff, or do we want to talk about who's missing? Actually, I have
I
something.
think we should start.
I have something
with,
to contextualize what we've seen here because I think this is okay. There are no Avengers. Well, there's 2 things just from this announcement that annoy me. There's like 5 Avengers characters.
Okay, hang on. Let's see. Now we gotta name them. Thor,
Yeah, Thor,
Cap.
You would probably count Falcon in there,
Yeah,
like the
You'd
new
probably
Falcon,
have to, yeah.
because he's just gonna be like next to Cap the entire movie.
sure.
Ant-Man,
If we're counting her,
I don't even count Shuri. I don't think.
Okay, well,
I don't-
Ant-Man is 100%. Let's do the 100%ers.
Ant-Man.
Ant-Man
That's
and probably Shang-Chi
Well, but no.
or Shang-Chi, whatever you pronounce. it.
Shang-
We're just for just the people announced. We technically only have 4. 5 if you count Shuri.
But we see like Shang-Chi get like recruited at like the end of his movie. So like
True.
So like,
but,
I,
we
like
don't-
even I mean, there's
Oh
three.
wait, yeah, we didn't even say that. He was
Simu Liu
announced.
is-
Did I skip
No,
Simu
we
Liu?
did
skipped
not.
over.
Okay, Simu Liu is also in this. I think I somehow ended up skipping that. So there's only 5. Like that's like less than like
That's like people talking about Shang-Chi in
no
general.
women
I forgot
unless,
Shang-Chi
no women
existed.
unless you count like Shuri. And this list is the only thing that I can.
Invisible Woman, Shuri,
And as a big Jonathan Hickman fan, like the only thing that is being
Mystique.
faith. Yeah,
What are the other women?
Invisible Woman, Shuri, Mystique, which somehow that's the only like female like Fox or X-Men character they've announced so far. Hannah John Kamen,
Oh yeah.
is Ghost, and Florence Pugh. That's fine. Which is like, come on, like let's be a little bit more
And
real.
frankly,
The only thing this is
3
being
of those are kind of villains.
the only thing this is being faithful to from the 2015 run, which I love Jonathan
Is that
Hickman.
there's no
He's
women.
one of my favorite comic writers, but I can't defend this. Like there are no very few important women characters, and then in the entirety of Secret Wars 2015, like they're like
The
like,
entire.
like they exist, they're there,
Look,
but they're not really
Christian
like
and
main
I
characters.
are the new ultimate Spider-Man truthers. So like Jonathan Hickman can do no wrong.
Yeah,
other than
exactly.
The fact that he does
Yeah,
occasionally.
I love
do
his stuff,
wrong.
but he doesn't like. He's not the most like. He doesn't write women a lot. He doesn't write.
It's not that he doesn't write them well. He doesn't write them.
I mean,
Yeah, exactly.
Props
like,
to the man who knows what he can and can't write.
Sure, but like they a lot of
He's gotten better. I mean, in Ultimate Spider-Man, I mean,
I just think
MJ's
18.
great.
I don't. And again, I understand that comics has always been like male character oriented.
Yeah.
Like I am not I'm not like oblivious to that fact. But like 18% of the announcement. Like go on, like at least like bump up those numbers a little bit.
Okay,
And they
well,
exist.
in
And
the
there's a
next
few characters that are like
announcement-
obviously should be in there because of like the X-Men characters we've announced here, like that are not even announced. And like
Yeah, well,
like
we
I
just
was
don't have
literally
Jean Grey.
I was literally like 50%
Phoenix,
sure.
Jean Grey.
Like I was pretty sure there was gonna be a second announcement the day after. Like that's how because this lineup doesn't make sense. Let me finish contextualizing. So 5 Avengers characters at most, maybe 6 if you count Shuri, which I don't. 3 Black Panther associated characters if you count Namor, M'Baku, Shuri.
Yes,
7 X-Men characters if you put Gambit with them.
which you kind of have to.
He is an X-Men.
Then 6 Thunderbolts, and the Fantastic Four, and then Loki's off by himself.
And Thor.
Thor is in the Avengers.
Sorry. Do we? I feel like we almost have to associate Loki just directly with Thor, though.
No, I don't, because like they're not gonna. I don't even know if they're gonna.
Will
interact
we
with it. I
see-
If they don't interact,
Will we
I'm
see-
going to
Why would
crash
Thor
the
ever go to
fuck
that?
out.
Because Loki can't get out of his chair.
I don't
The only reason
care.
Loki can't
Loki's
leave.
gonna pull him. No, we just talked about this.
I don't think
Loki's
he
gonna
can
get-
do that.
Loki's gonna get deposed. Doom's gonna sit in the chair,
At
and
the
Loki's
end,
gonna
maybe,
Loki's gonna turn into Nick Fury. He's gonna put an eye patch
Nick
on.
Fury.
I have to put together a team, and he's gonna go see his brother. That's gonna be the first thing he's gonna do.
Will we see Mobius?
Okay, I can go. I have a whole list of characters missing.
Look, all right.
Will Owen Wilson make an appearance?
I feel like there are bigger.
I know. I think the TVA is
Missing
probably no. I think the
characters.
TVA is
Oh,
actually
Wilson.
like kind of important, like to
Absolutely.
like this
Yeah.
like the multiverse saga.
Will
kind
we
of. It's
all-
one of the only things that even addresses the multiverse.
Are we
Could
gonna
Doom-
see? Are we gonna see live action Watcher? Like I think that's a very likely
I do think that
possibility.
that's a.
I
do
think
think
in
that's a
Secret Wars,
possibility.
not in.
I think more so
Doomsday.
Secret Wars, but I do think that that's a distinct possibility. I
It's
think
entirely
that
I hate this
legitimately,
season 3
I
finale
think
so
a
much.
potential plot point of this with the TVA is going to be: could Doom's universe be a branch that just Doom was so good at protecting from the TVA? Like, could he
I don't know.
have
I
like
mean,
this long-standing rivalry with the TVA where he like refuses to have his universe pruned?
Well, the one idea I had was like
That'd be pretty sick.
if the Captain America 4 director isn't just like really stupid
or high.
or like high or whatever, like what if because he said the stupid Illuminati comment. So like if that's somehow, which I honestly don't even think they have the script done.
No.
I think they're in pre-production still.
I think
and then
there's 20 guys in a room with a lot of cocaine, and they are
he's probably not wrong.
They are,
And they're like trying a bunch of board members.
They got some comic book. They're snorting with the comic books like that.
Yeah,
I don't.
rolling
They're
it up.
trying to get some
Ruining the value.
symbiosis into the brain. Like I don't.
I
know
think they're
what
gonna be writing
doing
this
right
as
now,
they
but
film, like which is again. I think again, I full reveal here. I'm very excited for Thunderbolts and like Fantastic Four. I don't think there's anything that can like really save these two movies. I don't think they're gonna be very good. I don't think they've done any of the work that was done with like Infinity War and Endgame to make those movies work, and the Russo brothers have like even less to work with. And most of these characters we just announced here have not interacted in years or at all.
Fair.
Like
We
that's
still
just-
have 27 more people to go through though.
Yeah, like there's like another 25 like characters that probably are like, because I think it's almost been like leaked that there's like 50 characters. Like that's what it said, there's like
Yeah.
50-ish characters in this. So there's only 27 or 26, but whichever one of us is right.
Tell us in the
And
comments.
it doesn't make sense because it's like, okay, so like if it's like an Illuminati thing, which like back to what I was saying, like if like that is not just like the ravings of a guy who misinformed director, and the Illuminati could be that instead of like what in the comics where it's like the main universe's version of the Illuminati doing the basically so their world doesn't get destroyed, doing the hard decision and destroying other worlds when the incursions happen. Maybe like this time the enemies are
the Illuminati.
like the Illuminati, and that's what Doom's team is. Like, and we get like a Chris Evans like version. Yeah, we get it. We're gonna talk for a bit.
When I said, are we gonna have like an evil Avengers? Everyone thought I was stupid.
But I think that's less likely now because I'm pretty sure they're doing like in the original in Secret Wars, the last two worlds, like in the 2015 one, that end up like everything else gets deleted, but these like incursions keep happening and they keep ramping up and like how quickly they're happening. And then until you're left with the Ultimate Universe and the mainline comic universe. I just think this one, like they're replacing like the Ultimate Universe with like this Miss Marvel like kind of Fox X-Men like universe. So, but like if that's the case, like we only have 5 Avengers and 7 X-Men. Like so we need more. Like I guess the Thunderbolts are probably going to be on a team, like or with the Avengers or something. Like I don't know, but
I did see a very interesting theory online where someone posted a photo of Namor and Ian McKellen's
I saw that.
Magneto and was like, so they're joining Doom, right? And I was like, interesting.
no, probably
No,
Namor maybe.
but-
They will probably find a way to do the Namor thing because again, so basically like the Illuminati is deleting worlds, and then eventually like they start, and most of them are like uninhabited, and then they finally start getting to worlds that have like hero populations, and there's one that's like a fake DC like world, and they keep like they do like a what if basically type thing with that. So but most of the time like the rest of the Illuminati like get kind of like eventually destroy too many worlds and they have enough. But Namor's like, nah, I'll keep going. And Namor goes and like gets Thanos in the Black Order, and then they just start doing it. Like so Namor, like they could find a way to like they will use Namor's like kind of moral ambiguity like in some probably role in this movie. But I am like they're not gonna do that with like Magneto like at this point. Like he's just gonna be on like the
X-Men side.
X-Men team at this point, I would imagine. Especially like he's 87. Like how much is he gonna be in the movie?
Till you're 90.
Like but even then like so I'm like okay so we have like so if that's the main crux of the movie it's just like a bunch of like dudes like fighting like you know like so far
I'm
it's like
sold.
okay so like but I
That's
don't
like
know.
all I watch now.
Again, I don't want to like get too into it because we don't know anything. We don't even see the trailer. The script isn't even done, so it's stupid that we're even like predicting like, the plot when there's no.
Hey, you know
script.
what? We're either going to seem really stupid or really smart when
Yeah,
that
I
trailer
guess.
comes out.
But I think I'm more leaning to like this like, and I think they'll eventually like by the end of the movie like there'll be like a Civil War type thing.
Yeah.
Like where it's like at first the two universes are against each other, and Doom might be like you know playing with the strings of that. Doom might even come across as like a character. There might even be people who want to like destroy like the other universe so their universe survives, and then people who are against that like the Cap approach, like don't trade lives.
I think we might see the other very popular theory is I think we'll see an Avengers versus X-Men type deal here.
I think that'll happen at some point in the movie.
Yeah.
I think earlier rather than later.
Yeah,
And then everyone kind of goes against Doom, and then Doom wins anyway. So
I think they could pull like a similar arc to Infinity War and Endgame where Doom is sort of pulling the strings and pits the
at first,
Avengers and X-Men against each other, saying almost kind of like the end of Dark Knight where it's like the two boats and it's like, oh, you know, one of you is going to have to destroy the other or I destroyed both boats. Kind of moral scenario.
I think
And they're going to fight each other and then they're going to realize that Doom's pulling the strings. I'm going to assume that that's where kind of the Fantastic Four play their role is they're going to try and be like, guys, stop. It's all his fault.
Yeah. What are you saying, John?
I hate you,
think
3000
Christian-
Spider-Man.
I think Christian might have might be onto something with the kind of like anti-Illuminati because like my mind is just like, I think that Deadpool and Wolverine was like so much more than what we thought it was, because there's the one scene after Deadpool and Wolverine like restore Deadpool's universe
Mhm.
that like B-15 comes and she's like, I can't believe that you actually did that, and the last thing that she says to Wade and Logan is, get some rest because I have a feeling that your work is not done, like referring to that they found a way to like restore a universe.
Okay, and
He has risen, baby girl.
and I think I just don't know how they're gonna show up. Like I think like maybe like they're saving like Hugh or Secret Wars as like 'cause I think like
I agree.
think Secret Wars like the main cast then becomes like whoever
Tobey
the
Maguire.
most popular like MCU characters ever have been, and then like we bring Tobey Maguire in and like Hugh Jackman, like it becomes like the greatest hits like
Yeah.
squad, like basically.
I'm sure that Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire will be back. I'm sure
maybe
that Hugh Jackman
Deadpool,
will,
like I don't know.
Deadpool will be back. You'll,
Oh my God! Can we have Deadpool interact with all 3 Spider-Men in one movie?
Because if we're just talking about universes, we have like the main
Charlie
universe,
Cox.
We have the main universe he's been in. I wish he would show up in this. Like we have the main universe we've been in, like the MCU
Right.
universe.
The Sacred
I refuse to
Timeline.
call it 616.
It's not
the Sacred
uh,
Timeline.
the Sacred Timeline.
Sacred Timeline, sure. Then we have
I'll
like
allow it.
then we have like the Void. I guess you can count as a thing. Which I don't know.
It's like
that might be a
it's
thing.
almost like
it
an
might not be.
anti-universe.
They might even use like the Void to create Battle World or something. Like if I'm like them, like I think that's kind
Makes
of where they're
sense.
going. Then you have like Miss Marvel post credit scene X-Men universe.
Yep.
That's like those seem to be like the 2 like main ones that like are relevant to this
Then
movie.
Doom's universe.
Then you have like Doom's universe, which I don't think is the Fantastic Four's universe.
No, it's not.
Nope.
They've said
So
explicitly
then Doom
that
as a
it's not.
universe, then Fantastic Four of a universe, then Deadpool of a universe. That's 5 universes. You see what I'm saying? Like, you know how hard, hard the
merge-
writing is gonna have to be to like make
Unless
that,
they merge the Deadpool one with the
which will be weird. But like you could do it.
Marvel's post-credit.
So like, there's just like that's just hard to like. It's hard to see how they would accomplish.
Hey, I mean,
that.
Deadpool went through how many universes in his movie?
383 is the Marvel's post credit scene.
Sure, I'll take
It
According
might
to
be a little
who?
easier.
They probably have said that in like a.
I'm pretty
book or
sure that it was
something
like
after,
labeled
like-
in when the movie
or, like,
came out.
Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, then we get to like I guess do you want to get into who's missing now?
Do we have
our
anything else to say
joking
about,
missing
like-
list or our real missing
I have both.
list? Okay,
I
let's
have
start
I
with
just
the
have a
real.
big list. So I will.
Do we want to start with real or joking?
My joking ones are towards the end.
Okay,
Yeah,
we'll
so-
do real.
Okay. Do we have anything else I'm going to say about the plot or our opinions or?
I am
It's gonna be
hesitant.
fun.
I am hesitant. I'm only hesitant. That's
Yeah,
the
that's
only
just like
emotion
okay.
I feel.
I'm just like
I'm waiting for
hands
the
up,
other
like,
shoe to
hesitant.
drop. I want to be proven wrong, but I have. Very
I don't
low
understand why they
hopes.
didn't. Now, I imagine they want some surprises, but like you should have just dealt with everyone who wasn't a surprise in one go, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah,
Like
like this.
how long were you have to wait for the obvious other half of the line? Because
I
unless
feel
this
like
is just it,
I feel like,
like-
this announcement should have been like there should have been mild surprises like
yeah,
Namor.
there's barely any
Like,
Avengers.
there should have been just a couple mild surprises and very standard, and you're like, oh, okay, and you're like, wait, who's the other 25? And then like,
Yeah.
the first name of the second half should
Yeah.
have been like Pat Stewart.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh my god, what?
Because
And then
obviously
you
the
should've
X-Men
just-
characters here are kind of
Bam.
a surprise. Like I wouldn't
In my
like.
We might not even get
Winston
an
Duke
announcement
is
for
a
the second
surprise,
half.
but not in like a way.
There's
that,
like, yeah, there's other characters.
Yeah.
Don't worry about
like
it. It's
Winston
like, what?
Duke is kind of a surprise, but not in like a ooh like that
Yeah, that's what I'm
character
saying.
type
Like,
of
we
way.
should have Winston Duke. Tom Hiddleston should have probably been a part of this one.
The only 3 that Hiddleston wasn't. They announced like okay. The only 3 that I
Tom
would say are like
Holland?
actually like interesting.
No, I'm saying I'm sorry, real quick. I just want to clarify what
Yeah,
I'm saying.
just obviously
I'm saying this announcement, this first announcement, should have been all the obvious characters with the couple mild surprises of like Namor and Winston Duke
Yeah.
and Tom Hiddleston's Loki. Like this should have been mild surprises, and people would be like, oh, we're getting Loki. That's crazy. And then like the second one should have been like the first name should have been Channing.
Yeah,
Tatum.
5 hours.
Like
for
you
not,
should have just hit people in the
Yeah.
face with and it
yeah,
should have
5
just
hours
been all
for not
like,
too many
what?
surprises was kind of like. Well, obviously the X-Men were like a decent
All of
sized
those
surprise.
were a good surprise.
And then like Tom Hiddleston's Loki is slightly unexpected, and then like Namor and like
Yeah.
it's kind of like oh that's interesting,
surprise.
but that's like kind of it. Like
You're
everyone else
welcome.
is kind of like yeah we know, like you know what I mean. Like I guess
Yeah.
the Thunderbolts are like oh all the Thunderbolts are here, but that's not.
Oh, they
like-
all live.
yeah like but that's like you know anyway
That's the surprise.
let me
Well,
get into like the
most
list of
them.
people who are
No, all of them.
missing.
What are you talking about?
Doctor Strange, Benedict Cumberbatch, who said he's in this movie.
Yeah, so
Already.
did Tom Holland.
Because he said, Tom Holland said he's in this movie.
Well, and then Doctor Strange did walk that back, and he said, "Well, I'm in one of them," is what he said, or something like that. He's like, "I might be thinking of Secret Wars or something like that."
That was what he first said. He said, like, "No, I'm not in Doom." Like, and he said, "I'm not in Avengers Doomsday." He's like, actually, I was wrong. Like, that's like what.
Yeah, you're right. I had it mixed up.
Yeah.
So Doctor Strange, Spider-Man.
Tom Holland Spider-Man, who I think there's been so much because his schedule is so busy this year because he's doing Spider-Man 4 Odyssey and this that's been talked about, like that's been like leaked, like basically that he's in this.
I'm pretty sure that it also got leaked when he said that he signed a new contract with Marvel and he had like 6 films lined up.
Yeah, and also like he's the
Like,
most,
they're
he's
not
very much
6
one of the most
Spider-Man
popular names they
films.
have. They're not gonna not put him in. Like
Yeah.
even like if he's in like even if like because there's only 2 real options for like Spider-Man 4 at this point, like because Spider-Man 4 is like 2 months after like Avengers.
Yeah.
So it's either like Spider-Man 4 is just concurrent with Avengers, and like maybe he doesn't show up, or like it's like there's the men talking like Spider-Man 4 is on Battle World, which would be I don't even know what the fuck you do with that. Like I don't
think that's what's going to happen
that.
because the couple leaks that I have seen about Spider-Man 4 is that the main villain's going to be Chameleon, and it's supposed to be a very grounded movie.
Yeah, we shall see.
I think thank everything above us. Tom Hiddleston and Feige won the battle against Sony, and it's
if that's what
multiverse
actually happens,
movie.
we will see soon enough.
Tom
I'm
Holland.
sure, but
there's too many Toms.
They
With
call
the
themselves
last
the
name H.
THs.
yeah. The Hulk, Mark Ruffalo.
Yeah.
This is the ones that I'm like I don't understand like why they're just not announced here.
Captain Marvel.
Yeah, Captain Marvel, Binary, and Monica Rambeau. So, Binary is sitting right next to Beast. And so it's like we had to wait 2 months for like for the obvious like Tana Paris is in that Monica Rambeau is in that universe that these other X-Men are in, but she's not announced here. Like it's like why would you like split that up? Like it's almost like just because like that movie wasn't popular, we're not gonna put like the women like from that movie like in here.
Or like we're gonna get or it's gonna be the flip, and we're gonna get like Captain Marvel, her Monica Rambeau. We're probably gonna get Miss Marvel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have to assume.
Or do you think they're saving her for the Young Avengers?
No, I would assume.
I don't even know if that will ever happen.
I mean, they did keep the hint towards that in.
Dude, there are so many things they're
Daredevil.
talking about, like that, like a Young Avengers, like / Champions. I think they're gonna call it Champions at this point.
Yeah.
Like what's it called? What's the Mystic one?
Wiccan?
No.
Midnight Suns.
Midnight Suns. Like they keep talking.
That's not happening. Because Blade is not happening.
The White Vision thing,
Paul Bettany.
None of these things are gonna work because like, what are you gonna release these shows like concurrently when like everyone's in Battle World? Like, no.
Also,
that's
can
not
we
gonna
talk
work.
for the second? I completely forgot. The Ironheart show is still happening.
Yeah, it's coming out this summer.
Yeah,
It's like 3 years. It's been on the shelf for like 2.5 years.
What?
I mean,
Is she going to be in the
No,
Avengers? Like, what are we talking about
It could
here?
just be set.
Is it just a random show?
It could just be set prior to.
I don't know when they're gonna set it out because again, it's been
But
filmed
forget the
years
setting.
ago.
I'm talking about
They
like
just haven't had a window for
what's
it.
the point of the show now? Like, don't get me wrong. I love the character. I loved her role
Yeah, I liked her
in
Black Panther.
Black Panther 2, and I love the character in the comics, and I think it's a great character. And I was very excited when they announced they were going to do an Ironheart show. But that was like 10 years ago that they announced they were going to do it.
Yeah, it's been filmed. For
We're not getting
basically
Armor
3 years.
Wars. Don Cheadle's not getting his movie.
Yeah,
Like, they announced so much interesting
I
stuff
think-
that's
I
never
think-
going to
I
happen.
think
Blade's not happening. Can
No,
we
it's
jump
not.
ahead to
It's
that? It's not happening.
I think like
I don't know how they screwed that up, but Mahershala
I mean, there's a bunch of
Ali in cool leather armor killing stuff with a sword.
Marvel,
How is it
Marvel
that
have
difficult?
a bunch of release dates like in and around like the Avengers movies because again we only know like the next 2 and then we know there's 2 Avengers movies and Spider-Man 4 but there's like there's like another one like there's like another movie that I'm pretty sure is like supposed to be released in like February like next year that is not announced.
Yeah,
But I assume at this point that's just gonna be gone. Like
I think
I
wasn't
can
that supposed to be Blade?
but maybe
I
but,
can
like, that might just
understand,
be
like,
gone
the-
now.
the
And there's
con-
another one like in the fall. Like that's
we're in a very weird spot.
and then there's 2 like after the Secret Wars. Which I'm like, what are you gonna do that quickly after Secret Wars that like anyone's gonna care about? Like, and if it's in the same universe and it's like, oh, we're back to normalcy, like that's a stupid like thing as well. Like, anyway, but let's get through the list. But like, so yeah, there's none of the Marvel's characters, even though like that movie is like somehow ended up being the most relevant movie to like
Is
the
Nick
Avengers
Fury going to
movies.
be in this movie?
I doubt it.
I don't see how that.
No
would
Hawkeye,
play.
Jeremy Renner, no Don Cheadle, War Machine. Just
No Haley Steinfeld.
just jump in if you actually have anything to say about these guys. No Benedict Wong, even though like he's been
Is
shown
there,
to
is
have
there
a relationship
perhaps a
with.
social media app where I can talk about the fact that Jeremy Renner's not in this
Yeah, where's
movie?
where's the Jeremy Renner app? When
Is there an app where I can talk with other fans of Jeremy Renner?
Yeah, no Wong, even though he's been shown to have a thing with the Avengers at this point. Like into some
He's
post-credit
basically a
scene.
quasi-Avenger,
Yeah. No Nick Fury, like you said. No Scarlet Witch.
which I don't know. I don't know.
I don't
guys.
think that she's.
She's one of the more popular characters left too.
I don't think that she's being truthful about her.
I don't
No,
know.
I don't
I'm
either.
saying I don't know if she's going to be in this one. I think they might bring her back for Secret Wars.
Yeah, I'm not sure. We will see.
That's what I. That's more so.
She's
going to
be relevant though. She's literally the Scarlet Witch. They've set up too much with it to just be like, oh, she died.
Yeah.
Like it's like
Off
Are we
screen.
gonna see anything from like Agatha? Are we gonna see Wiccan?
You know, Agatha,
Like,
like,
when are
and
we
Wiccan,
seeing those
I
characters?
believe Wiccan's gonna be in it.
In Doomsday?
maybe not in Doomsday.
Maybe not
I
in
don't know.
Doomsday.
I don't think. Here's my thing. I don't
Well,
think we're gonna see any of the Young Avengers / Champions. I
yeah,
think
that's
they're
actually
truly
next on my
trying-
list.
I really think they're trying to set that movie up, which I'm excited for because I
I'm not.
like
think it's
that
too late in
comic
this-
run. I kind of like those characters.
I think
wanna
it's too
see
late in the
that
saga
movie.
for me to care.
I don't
if I'm
care.
being
Like I
honest.
don't care in that sense. Like I'm not invested, but I
Yeah.
want to see that movie because those are all really good actors
Mhm.
and they're interesting characters, and we can have something cool with that. Like it's kind of like Thunderbolts, where it's like I
Yeah.
don't care about Thunderbolts. I'm just excited to see it because it looks interesting.
Yeah.
Like
But yeah,
that's me
that's-
with Young Avengers.
Yeah, I was getting that though. There's no
Also, Josh Allen's wife.
There's no Haley Steinfeld Hawkeye. There's no Stature, which is like Ant-Man's daughter.
Yeah, which version? There's been like 5.
There's no Riri Williams, no Ironheart, no Charlie Cox Daredevil or Moon Knight or any other like Defenders.
Yeah, no Moon Knight.
Moon Knight was confirmed to be returning, right?
No.
Returning.
They said
With
Moon Knight
no
will return, but
specificity.
that's been settled. The Eternals will return, but that they're never gonna see
Well.
them again. So
We're never seeing the Eternals again.
no She-Hulk, no Star-Lord.
True. Oh yeah,
Who's
no
on
no
Earth.
Guardians. Period.
Yeah, no Guardians, no Valkyrie, no Sylvie or Morbius from Loki, no Rocket, Groot, Adam Warlock, Cosmo, the whatever the little girl is from like from Guardians, which I think the Guardians will be in this, but like
But will Kevin Bacon be in the movie
No.
yeah, I don't know.
as Kevin Bacon?
no, getting into more like dumb ones, like no Clea, who was in the Doctor Strange
Oh,
post-credit
yeah, no-
scene, no Eternals at all, and then that's basically like the main. Well, but if we're not, if we're,
No Jane, no Heimdall.
Jane's dead. Oh yeah, they have a weird post-credit scene. I fucking forgot about that. You just like mentioned that. Like, well, that's never gonna come back either. I'm not gonna lie.
Aren't they in Valhalla?
They're in Valhalla.
Yeah.
They're in
Like,
Valhalla.
but no, like, isn't that just like they're dead, but like Valhalla's real? Like that's all. Isn't
Yeah, I
that
don't
all
know,
that
man.
is?
There's
But
no weird.
But like you can come back. From
one of the weird
Valhalla.
through lines of the MCU.
Can you?
Yeah.
One of the weird through lines of the phase
When have we seen that?
of the multiverse saga
I'm
has been
thinking
like.
of legit Norse
Oh
mythology.
well,
I don't know. One of the weird like through lines that like, and none of these through lines have actually connected like to each other, but they've done a bunch of like afterlife stuff, like in like the multiverse saga,
See,
like
I
post
feel like
Endgame,
that-
like
I
in
feel like
Moon
all of that's,
Knight
though-
and like Valhalla, and then like
okay, well, Fair Moon Knights
and some
was-
God
yeah.
stuff. Like there's like it's not a ton of it, but there's
Olympus.
like I think there's a little bit in Black Panther too. Like
Oh yeah, we're not gonna. Or can we move
Black
into the joking
Panther in
ones now?
general, like they can
Uh,
go to the astral plane with like,
all right, we've gotten through like those. Everyone we just mentioned is like the main like bigger characters that I think are not like mentioned.
Yeah.
And then we get into like I have joke ones. And then we have like kind of other and it's Ryan Reynolds, Hugh Jackman. You can put in there.
True.
I'll do the other like universe ones. No X-23, no
Yeah.
Storm, Jean, or Rogue, which I think all might show up still, just in like a separate
Rogue
announcement.
was such a
Classic
minor
Rogue?
part. Yeah, I don't think Rogue
classic
will
or
show up.
X-Men Rogue.
You mean 97?
Yeah. Well, no, classic as in 97 or
Oh,
X-Men as in
I don't think
the
we'll see
movie.
either. I think
No,
they're
the
gonna
X-Men
wait to
97 characters
reboot.
are not showing up.
No.
But I was saying
There's just animated characters in the movie.
But yeah, I
Could be.
can't imagine that they would have like, and maybe none of those characters like actresses like wanted to like come back, but like I don't know, just
I do
No
think
Donald
that that's
Glover?
a. I do think.
I
that
just
we
think they
should-
might be being saved for like whatever this like different announcement is,
I
and then
do
like
think
neither
we-
of the other Spider-Man, which I don't think they're gonna be in this movie, like the ones from like,
Oh,
No
yeah,
Way
yeah.
Home, but I think they'll be in like Secret Wars again. None of the 2010s X-Men.
Yeah.
No, like Iceman, I guess is like one I would consider like one of the bigger ones from like the original like 3 movies. Like, And then no like Chris Evans or like Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah.
Like as like who we still think are gonna like show up. Then into the joke ones.
Hercules.
There's no Love. Where's Love, guys? Where is she?
She, you know what?
Where's
Thor,
Chris Hemsworth's daughter?
I guarantee you. Here's my hot
She's
take.
not
I
showing
think hang on. I think she's gonna show up. It's gonna be 3 seconds of Thor dropping her off to like Korg. I think he's gonna drop her off. Yeah, to like daycare. I have to go do something. watch
honestly
her.
wouldn't be surprised by that.
Like 2 seconds.
Where's Heimdall's son?
Okay.
Didn't he die?
No,
Alright.
he didn't
No,
die.
he didn't die.
He didn't die. He just had the worst piece of CGI in the
I have
MCU.
so many problems with that movie.
Yeah, it's bad.
And we haven't gotten to that ranking for me to crash out about that movie yet.
Where's Hercules? Why is so many of
Already
these
said
characters from the movie? Why are so many of these characters?
Yeah, where's Zeus?
Where's Zeus? Where's Gaia from Secret Invasion?
What
Which
else?
we'll never see again in anything.
Oh, wait, this is a real one. America Chavez.
Oh, I forgot about America Chavez.
That's a real one.
Yeah, that one was also confusing because she's probably going to be on the Young Avengers.
I know
as
we
well.
went into the joking ones, but like that made me think.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh wait, she's a
No,
real character.
Someone who can travel
what's
between
like a-
dimensions.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
might
wait, that
need
might
her.
be important. Wait,
Yeah, no
she
Wiccan.
might be actually central
Yeah,
to
no
the plot.
Wiccan.
No Wiccan, which is like kind of the only like real like
What's his
male
brother?
Young Avengers they've set up in like
And Speed.
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 Speed's not. We haven't even met the actor.
No, I know,
Like,
but
but
I'm
I'm
saying
pretty
he's been
sure that-
set up.
Sure,
technically.
Yeah, like I'm pretty sure that the
Like, we
next time
have
we
Elijah
see Wiccan,
Bradley.
he'll just be with
Yeah.
Speed.
I-
Like,
yeah.
we had Elijah Bradley like in Falcon and Winter Soldier, but like he didn't even show up in like
Didn't he
like
appear?
Cap. No, he's not even in Cap. He's not even in Cap 4 now. No, the younger one.
Yeah,
Like
he
the-
didn't appear.
No, he's
No.
not in
Okay.
that movie at all.
Just Isaiah.
Fair enough. But he's been set up as well,
Yes.
technically.
kind of, not really.
Yeah, kind of, not really.
What about Scar?
Who?
Scar? What do you mean?
Hulk's
son.
Oh, that one. I thought you were talking
From
about
Sakaar.
The greatest
No,
looking
I
character
I thought
ever,
you meant
like-
from Lion King.
Yeah, where's Scar with like the lion?
Long live the. He's gonna do it to Doom.
Yeah.
Doom's gonna be hanging on a leg.
Did we say Paul Bettany?
Yes, you did.
Yeah, I think I said him after Falcon.
Okay.
After not
Where's
Falcon.
Paul Bettany?
Yeah, I don't know.
On a couch with Star Lord.
No
Apparently.
real
Apparently,
a
yeah.
bunch of villains. Like, there's no like Zemo or anything like interesting like that they've mentioned either. Like, then I guess
Because
most of the
Marvel
villains are, like,
kills all the
dead.
villains.
Yeah,
Yeah,
most of the
where's
villains are, like,
Obadiah
dead.
Stane?
He's been dead since 2008.
Tony Stark was able to build this in a cave with a box of scraps.
Where's the Mandarin?
Which one?
With both.
Both are dead.
It's like-
You'll
Where's
never
where's
see
Howard the Duck?
me coming.
He's having
Where's
a
like
baby.
Oh my God,
the-
Howard the Duck
Where's
would
Howard
be
the Duck
insane.
and like
Darcy.
and
No.
Darcy's child?
No.
Where's Peggy
Don't put
Carter?
that curse out
Where's
there.
Peggy could come back.
I
Probably-
don't
probably will.
want
They-
her back.
I don't wanna see her
they've
again.
killed all of the goodwill with that character.
Yeah, they really have. I don't want to see that industry plant ass.
Even the
character.
people who like the idea
Where's
of her
Birdie? Where's
think of her as an industry plant now, which makes me mad.
Yeah,
'cause
exactly.
She was an interesting
Yeah, she
character.
was interesting at one point. Yeah.
At the first season of What If, interesting character, liked it, worked. Why does she keep appearing?
Where is
She's the main
Taskmaster? Is she okay?
Is she okay?
Is
Is she safe?
all
Is she
right?
in your anger,
you
killed her.
No!
It is funny that you know, like that's like the arc of I saved the girl I couldn't save when I was a bad guy just to kill her in the next appearance in Thunderbolts.
Say hi to
It's
say
so
hi to Black
dumb.
Widow for me.
You're dead. Oh, he's dead. I was like, okay. Where's Harry Styles?
Yeah, Eros. I think
I
is
don't remember
his
fucking.
character name.
Nobody cares. Like,
Eros.
it's fine.
Star Fox.
Where's
I'm not even
Starbucks?
joking.
Where's
I'm pretty
Sylvester
sure that's his name.
Stallone?
I'm not fucking around.
Where's
I'm-
Sylvester Stallone? Where is
Yeah.
he? Besides
From
like
Guardians?
besides like Trump
He-
Manor or whatever the
he's
fuck
in
that place is.
Tulsa.
Besides Mar-a-Lago. Like
he's
besides
in Tulsa.
Mar-a-Lago.
the Tulsa King.
I think that's basically like all the dumb ones.
Um,
That's all the dumb ones at least.
No, there's
Like,
no, there's definitely more.
Where's Korg and Meek? Where's the
Are they
goats?
safe?
Where's the goats from Love and Thunder?
Oh,
What about
stepped
Alligator
on Meek
Loki?
and he died.
Yeah, I guess there's like.
Where's
weird-
Alligator Loki?
Yeah, I don't know, man. Just
What else? There's got to be other dumb characters that we're missing.
where's surely there's more.
Where's the giant
the collector?
human-sized
Where's the
ant from the one post-credit scene of Ant-Man?
Yeah, just
Why has he never returned?
Where's the random character? Where's the rebellion from Quantum?
Still in Quantumania.
Where's Modok?
Where's Hank Pym?
Oh yeah, and Janet.
Where's Janet?
Well, I think what's her name? Like,
Where's Wasp?
she retired? I'm pretty sure from acting because she's like a reactionary weirdo now.
Really?
Yeah,
Wait, which one?
Lily's like a anti-vax weirdo.
Oh,
Yeah.
the younger.
Yeah, like Janet or not Janet.
Yeah, Janet's the older.
I don't
one.
remember. What, I don't. She's never been that
Hope.
good. Hope. Yeah,
Hope Van Dyne.
Yeah, that actress like is like stepped away from like acting or something.
Interesting.
And she's like had weirder opinions as time has went on.
Well,
Where's Luis?
That that Disney probably just don't want to. He died. Like,
he died.
where's Ti? Besides like his daughter's like appointment.
Where's trying to think of other movies.
I'm talking. We're gonna move swiftly on from that.
Where's Aquafina?
Yeah, where's Katie?
What are you talking about? It's just like,
You're missing.
what's
You're
that one-
missing. You're
what's that
missing.
one meme that
Oh.
You're missing all the good ones. You're missing the
What?
Sword Master, whatever his name
Oh
is.
yeah,
Swordsman. He
Yeah,
just
Swordsman.
Swordsman. You're
We just
missing.
saw him.
What about? How about a serious one like Chris
Where's
Pratt
Echo?
and his grandpa? Maybe Star Lord and his grandpa.
Where's
Are they
Echo,
gonna be around?
guys?
Echo.
Yeah, Echo.
Echo.
She had a show.
She
Electra.
had a show.
I like that show too.
Yeah,
It's
I actually
good.
liked it. I actually liked that couple.
come back in-
Stick. Maybe Stick's coming
Stick.
back.
Is Stick like dead?
I think that actor's dead.
Isn't like the character dead too?
I
The
think
character's
so, yeah.
dead, and so is Electra. So both those characters are dead.
No, Electra's
But
Which
nobody really
Electra?
dies in
Electra
superheroes.
survived.
Which Electra?
Electra survived. If Matt Murdock,
Jennifer Garner.
if Matt Murdock can survive a building falling on top of him, Electra can survive too.
But yeah.
but now she looks like Jennifer Garner,
Yeah.
and she's older.
Maybe Bullseye will break out of jail.
So yeah, like one of the main reasons I thought that it was going to be a second announcement because I was like, okay, I'm looking at this. This X-Men lineup does not look complete, even though there's 7 of them, because there's like one woman, and it's like the not that like she's not popular like Mystique like from the original movies, but like there's no like Halle Berry Storm, which I have problems with, but like she's very clearly like one of the more relevant like actresses
And the biggest name, yeah.
Yeah, like of that group.
Yeah.
There's no like Jean Grey, like actress. I forget her name. It's weird.
Yeah.
There's no. I forget the rogue. I
she
forget
doesn't-
Rogue's actress.
she doesn't
I
act
wonder
much, though.
if
So like,
Like
there's-
she's the one I would actually expect like least to show up. If I'm being
yeah,
honest.
like there's a lot of I do think that
Anna
we have to
Paquin. I actually thought
temper-
Anna Paquin would be like on there, like because like you can just do like an Anna because you can actually maybe just do her justice and actually have her be like real Rogue this
Right.
time.
You could try.
Like again, I don't even know. Like
Can she do a
like
Southern
I understand why
accent?
like Colossus and people like that like from the originals like are not there.
I know that when Deadpool and Wolverine came out, that Elliot Page said that he would be willing to come back as Kitty Pryde
Mhm.
if they were to respect
his transition.
Yeah,
Yeah,
But I
Disney are cowards though.
They are.
so.
that,
they're
but
not gonna do
also I'm gonna be honest. I don't think that that's a character that we need back.
no.
Like
Like,
regardless of anything.
Yeah, like I feel
else.
like those younger ones are not like
it's not
He's
like
not even a bad. I mean, he was not even like a bad kitty. Like
I mean this sincerely when I think of those movies.
none of the depictions
they've
are
pulled
particularly
all the
good.
characters that I care about already.
Well, like I just feel like I need more. Like
Where's
I just need
Storm?
more. The X Men are like, dude. The X Men characters, like, it's just dumb because like as an X Men fan,
Storm.
as an X Men
Give her
fan,
Mjolnir.
like the female characters are kind of like
Meh.
no.
Oh.
They're like more powerful.
Oh yeah,
like
100%.
like and some of them are like better, and more
Yes.
interesting.
in
Like,
every
Jean-
way.
Like Storm is like the most is like in Jean are Storm and Jean are like like.
But we're talking
are-
comics.
Yeah, like, that's what I'm talking about. Like in
I would assume if
like they're the only Omega
all of
levels on the team.
all of the X-Men
Like,
characters that are getting
well, and
pulled in,
Iceman.
Iceman is technically yeah,
all
but
of
he's
the
like not
charac-
on the same.
all
level
of the X-Men
Omega.
characters that are getting pulled in are going to have reworks. Like they're going to be their comic book counterpart. Like,
Yeah, I
they're
think they're
going to be more
closer,
powerful.
like to their.
Yeah, closer.
I assume they're gonna get like.
They're gonna
costumes and
marry. They're gonna
stuff,
marry the
so-
Fox versions with the comic versions.
yeah.
Kind of like how when Patrick Stewart came back for Doctor Strange,
Yeah, exactly.
he was
It's
in
gonna
the
be something
yellow
like
little
that.
scooter,
Yeah.
and it's like
yellow little scooter, which is not even from the comics. I don't
no,
think.
it's
That's
from
just
X-Men
like,
'97.
97.
But like that. But to a lot of people, that is the definitive version.
it's like it's probably the most like public like version like that's not like the Patrick Stewart or not like the comics. Yeah.
Like they played that theme when his name popped up on screen.
I think they could even just do like new. Look, it's weird because you're gonna do then recast again, but you could even like pull in a couple new people, like just to be like characters that haven't showed up.
Bring
just
magic.
to be
I
with
don't
them.
think they're
Bring
gonna
them-
do that in
Bring
Doomsday.
all of the characters from New Mutants, the movie, in.
Because right now we have like,
No.
right now we have like, right now either way I put it, whether the Thunderbolts are gonna be their own little thing, and like the Fantastic Four might not fight with the Avengers. Like, so if it's just like you're just talking about like, okay, people who are definitely Avengers, 5 characters. And then you talk about like the people that are definitely X-Men, 7 characters.
Mhm.
Like that's not like enough for like a fight. Like you would think. Like for in an Avengers movie. I guess it could be, but like you need a more even lineup.
I mean, Civil War was 6 on 6.
yeah, but it's like 7 versus 5 is with like one woman. Is like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just like it
Throw
doesn't
Shuri in there too.
it just doesn't work when you think of like normal casting.
Shuri.
Like,
is
no, I agree.
Okay, I think we need to talk. Like Shuri is an honorary Avenger. Like
I don't think she's going to be like
she
associated
fought.
with that.
No,
she fought in the world. She fought
Yeah.
in the battle for Earth.
I'm just
against
saying
Thanos.
characters who are like
Twice.
100%.
Twice.
Like if any other character on this list, I'm assuming is with like the Avengers. It goes like Shuri, then like the Thunderbolts. Like
Yeah.
don't get me wrong, but like what are if the Thunderbolts can't do fuck? I guess they're gonna be if Sentry somehow. Like the Thunderbolts can't do anything
They
to like
punch and shoot.
like the X-Men. You know what? Like
Magneto's
like,
just gonna snap his fingers and they're all powerless.
yeah, like
It's
Professor X,
oh.
brain off. Like
brain off.
like you're dead. Like, aneurysm. Like
No,
Like-
they'll be distracted by the other people. And
that's
they'll
where you get to
sneak
like
up on 'em.
Gambit and like who can just blow you up, or like Cyclops,
You know how
who's also
long
better
I've
than
been waiting
them,
for this?
and like Nightcrawler can teleport. Like, and then you got like I got a gun.
But
Hey.
Bucky's a super soldier.
That doesn't.
His senses are heightened.
Stop.
I just like
Stay over
like,
there.
You're wearing metal. I'm gonna. It's just like he's dead. But
Isn't
like,
hang on,
really-
this is
okay.
really this is just a really quick nerdy comic
Sure,
book thing.
yeah.
Isn't vibranium immune from Magneto's
I have
magnetic
no
powers?
idea.
I believe
I
so.
don't-
I'm pretty sure that's a
I
factual
don't-
statement.
No, actually,
I-
maybe.
Fairly certain.
I don't care.
that
He'll just grab like a
vibranium
We
Medium
have
They'll just-
technology.
He'll just get a
is
zipper on
immune.
you and like cut you up with it. Like it's just like
Adamantium's not,
The-
but
what he does-
vibranium is.
well, is Cap wearing like an adamantium zipper, like on his suit? You know what I mean? Like on his belt hook. Like it's like
No, I just think that Magneto can't control vibranium. Oh, excuse me.
Comics portray vibranium as non-magnetic,
There we go.
okay, so
but
sure,
the
there you
MCU has shown magnetic properties.
Well, you know.
go.
Whatever.
Well, ignore that. It's like
it doesn't work for his powers.
so. Literally, the main reason I thought that like I literally was like pretty sure like they can't just do this. This is like this lineup somehow like confuses things more. Like somehow, like at least in my mind, because I'm like, so I was literally certain like we're gonna get a whole like another day of this to like make it like and
I
they're gonna do
honestly-
another 20.
I honestly
Uh,
don't think that they're going to do another announcement. I think they're going to wait till the movie comes out.
That's just weird though.
No,
Like,
I don't
it is
think, I
weird.
don't think that that's going to happen.
I do.
Because I don't see how you can just have. Because Christian's right. This lineup doesn't.
and the ratios of like characters
structurally
don't,
makes
there's more
sense.
Thunderbolts than like traditional
Anything
like
else.
a Avengers character. Well, there's more X-Men than anything else. The biggest group is
True.
literally like Bush's X-Men, like literally
Plus Channing Tatum.
plus Channing Tatum, and then the next biggest group is Thunderbolts. Which, so I literally was okay. So I thought about it like
it's
this.
Thunderbolts versus X-Men.
So I thought about it like this. I literally thought it would be like, oh, we're breaking it up because the two biggest groups in this movie are going to be Avengers characters, and then the other big group is X-Men. So then the next announcement, we'd have the other half of each group, and then like then they completed teams. Like they didn't announce any Thunderbolts character. They didn't split Thunderbolts characters into 2 announcements. They didn't split like Fantastic Four characters into 2 announcements. And there is 2 other teams that are not mentioned at all in this: the Guardians characters,
Right.
and Young Avengers characters were not mentioned in any way, shape, or form in this. So I thought like, okay, so we had like the 2 main groups, 2 full teams announced, and then a couple other like stragglers, like Wakanda characters and Namor, and like Tom Hiddleston's Loki. So I thought we would just get that like the next day, like where it's like, oh, here's the other half of the Avengers with more women, like you know what I mean, like 'cause there's just such a startling lack of women in this announcement.
True
if
to
I'm being
Jonathan
honest.
Hickman's vision.
Yeah, true to his yeah. And I thought like, okay, so we get like the Young Avengers and Guardians characters that are going to be, and a lot of the Guardians characters are not going to be in this movie because
No,
they've,
I
like,
really
moved
think
on,
we're gonna only.
but-
I think we might only get Star Lord.
no, yeah, exactly. But like theoretically, you could get like just like Riley Cooper and like Vin Diesel don't have to work too hard, like to
True.
come back and
Let's
do their
all
voices.
remember that
Like obviously Craglin wouldn't show-
Gamora isn't with the Guardians.
yeah,
right
but
now.
those actors.
No, but
we're saying that like
the Guardian characters that still exist, like
Nebula.
you can have
yeah.
Rocket and Groot because you just need to get Bradley Cooper.
I'm pretty
in.
sure
You
Nebula.
just need to get Vin.
yeah.
You don't even need Vin Diesel anymore. You can just audio comp
Yeah.
the other.
I'm pretty sure the
previous
actors and
fucking
actresses
I Am
for
Groots.
the actors and
Well, he
actresses
speaks
for
now.
like for Nebula, Gamora, Drax, maybe Mantis have all said they're done. Like,
Yeah.
like they have and I don't expect to see them in any way, shape, or form in these. But that still leaves like the little, and Kraglin will never show up again because he's only in the movie because it's like James Gunn's brother. So like, but theoretically, you could just like, there's a bunch of other characters like you could just introduce like with the Guardians like in that movie, like and it'd be fine because they're not like, you could put like Nova on the team, you could put like Quasar or like just random characters. You could just pluck one or two in.
Adam Warlock.
We already have Adam Warlock.
I'm saying like you could build a lineup.
But even if you want
could
to just like
throw Nova in,
even
get
if you
rid of
wanted just to
Kraglin,
go
and
back
it's
to
a
the
lineup.
original, like five Guardians, like you just all you need for that is Cosmo,
Cosmo,
like Rocket, Groot,
Adam Warlock,
and one new character you introduced
Nova.
who's like kind of interesting. Then that would all you'd need, and then you would just have the Young Avengers will be like 5 or 6, and like that's why I thought they were gonna break it up, like into there'd be another day, and that'll because there's kind of like a little bit of a pattern here, not a big one, but I don't know. I think we're kind of done.
Remember, Groot speaks. He doesn't just say, "I am Groot."
No,
anymore.
that's just for the audience. That they've said that.
Yeah, I thought that was like we can finally understand Groot,
I
and
don't
that
know if they're
would
gonna
be
do that.
going forward.
I don't think going forward that.
You know how
It's
much
like-
money they'd have to pay Vin Diesel? They don't get
the
that
same
kind of
amount of money that they paid him to say "I am Groot,"
Probably.
because it's a different "I am Groot" every time.
All right, we done. That's all we got to say. Anyone
I'm
got
good.
any other opinions to
I
make known?
think that
I'm good.
my final opinion on this is that I think a car crash is really fun to watch, but not to be a part of.
I think I'm in line with you. I think I can't say it better than that.
The
So,
reason why
I'm
Jack's
interested,
over
but only
here
from,
is
like-
because he's gonna say, "I think it's gonna be a fun movie."
I mean, there's
Look,
nothing. I mean, dude, they haven't
I
even
think it's
started-
gonna be a
they
fun
haven't even started
movie.
filming yet. Like
Yeah.
they start building sets and stuff. Apparently, like that's it. Like it's out in April next year. It's out or May maybe. Like it's a year and a month.
Look,
like
all right.
they're gonna have like the VFX artists are gonna be chained up. They're
All
not
right,
gonna see their
come-
families.
Come here.
I
Come
mean,
here.
they don't have to work until the
You,
movie's
right
done
there.
shooting.
I'm looking at you. Come here. It's gonna be fine. It's not gonna
I
be
don't
a
know
great
about that.
movie. It's not gonna be the worst movie. It's gonna be okay.
It could be bad.
It's going to be
It's
better
gonna be fun.
It could be
than
really
Age
bad.
of Ultron.
Ah.
It might set up more
I don't-
sequels than Age of Ultron.
I mean,
did.
I mean that's a low bar for me, but
Christian, this movie might set up more sequels than Age of
and
Ultron.
listen,
did.
I just want my main thoughts are
But-
I want to just get through this. Like
alive.
no, I'm like so like ambivalent to like a lot of Marvel like the MCU stuff at this point. And I like this era has really sucked the life out of it and sucked the popularity, I think, like in general, like out of like, well, it's still popular, but like
I think weirdly, I think sorry.
I just need the saga to end. I'm happy they announced this just in the fact that I know the multiverse saga has an endpoint. Then like we can like just reset
Try
and do some
something new,
X-Men
yeah.
shit and hopefully just reset. I know this is a controversial opinion. And it's not even controversial, but it's a opinion that is getting more like debate lately. But like I'm very much in like just reboot this shit. Like
You've been on the soft reboot wagon
for a long time.
since Endgame.
Not Endgame. I wanted to see what they had. I wanted to give them a chance. Like,
Yeah, but you were like, I think they should.
I'm honestly like for hard reboot. I don't think you could do like it. This is a new experiment. Obviously, the MCU is the most successful at this connected universe thing.
Right.
I don't think you can like make this work. Like the reality is like this is a business,
Yeah.
and like there are certain characters that are more popular than other characters, and we've like run out of a bunch of them because they're dead or gone.
Or the actors are just not.
And like it just
interested.
isn't like in the idea that like only one character can play like a superhero that has like 40 to 80 years of
Right.
like comic lore is utterly ridiculous. So to just reset new people who we want,
and
reset
and
that's
say
it.
what you want about
Move
the
on.
Fox X-Men, they did this the right way in my opinion with the like prequel
Mhm.
characters. Like Michael Fassbender to me is as much Magneto as Ian McKellen.
Mhm.
I think
No, those are popular versions.
that,
of the
and I
characters,
don't think
yeah.
that's a hot take because I think everybody agrees that Michael Fassbender is the best thing in all those movies.
Yeah, I mean people like Xavier in those movies.
I
too.
know, but I'm saying
Yeah.
like just
But
I
yeah,
don't know,
yeah, no,
on
I
the
got
face
you.
of it.
Yeah.
I think that I was going to say something while you were talking, and I don't remember what it was at all.
Well, wasn't important then.
I think here's my thing,
No,
and
it's
we
good.
can say this just sort of hint at other topics we could talk about, but I really think that for like the large IPs, correct me if I'm wrong, but basically the big three is Marvel, DC, and Star Wars.
Sure.
Is that
All are kind of going through their own.
is that somewhat fair? Can we
Bumps
start
at
with
the
there?
moment.
Like
Sure,
we
yeah.
agree that that's kind of the big three of at least nerdy IPs
Sure.
out there. All three not in a great place.
No.
Like DC is basically Superman needs to hit
Or
and
it's
hit
over.
big,
Or the company's
or
over.
like WB's gone.
Or Warner Brothers is over.
Like Warner Brothers
I'm
is
like-
moving away from Looney Tunes. Like they're saying, like
Yeah.
they're purposefully deleting Looney Tunes.
Yeah, Warner Brothers has staked a lot
from like
on
from everywhere,
Yeah.
and like
I think
that's
yeah.
a sin unto itself.
We need another Space Jam.
And again, so,
no, we don't.
We do not. We definitely do.
So,
not.
need a
so
third one.
sorry, DC's not in a great place because Superman isn't the
Yeah, like,
greatest
they have
thing
a lot of
anyone's ever
announcements,
seen.
but like it's like the
It doesn't
company
matter
might just
unless
be gone.
Superman's
Like,
amazing.
and-
If
and
Superman
we
doesn't
have
make
so
$1
many
billion,
leaks-
it's over.
And we have so many leaks that, and I don't. Here's the thing. I don't think, like, okay, so like that month is busy. That month that Superman
Yes.
comes out, it has
Fantastic Four.
Fantastic Four at the end of the month. Jurassic, new Jurassic World movie.
Fuck the
No, but
whole
every
I-
one of those movies has made $1 billion.
Yeah,
No
I don't know
Superman
why.
movie has.
Stop going to see the
No
dinosaur movies.
No Superman movie, and I don't think I'm pretty sure that month. Like, you know what movie I think is gonna make the most money? Jurassic World.
I'm gonna
I literally think so.
Christian stop.
And like for some
That
reason,
will be
DC
my
was. And for
that
some
will be
reason,
my
DC
13th reason, Christian.
No.
And for some reason, DC was like, and then we gotta wrap it up. For some reason, DC was like, let's put our movie like in between the two other really, really big movies. Like, and,
Okay.
and it might be good-
DC's not in a great place.
Yeah.
MCU, our whole conversation, this hour and a half plus conversation that we've had, proves that the MCU is not in a great place, in my opinion, because we're like, why is almost 90-year-old Sir Patrick Stewart and Sir Ian McKellen the biggest, like,
Yeah, the most
the thing I'm
exciting
most excited
reactions,
about?
yeah.
Like, the MCU's not in a great place. It's going downhill. We need it to sort of refix itself. And Star Wars, frankly, has been a shit show
Yeah.
since.
Excuse me?
Hang on, let me finish. Star Wars has not been the unquestioned force of nature
Yeah.
that it should be.
I can
Since
simplify
The
what
Last
you're saying.
Jedi.
Perception is reality. DC, even if they started
Yes.
making good movies with the last universe, would have never recovered because perception was they were washed.
Yes.
The MCU, to a degree, even though they're more popular than DC, will always make more money than those movies would have made. Like, it has the kind of a public perception that it is washed. So that's why only something a reboot can reset. That's what DC is hoping to do with Superman. Like, that is why that is being reset, because they understood that the last universe was dead and buried and could not be salvaged public perception-wise. MCU is not that bad because they
No.
still have a hit every once in a while.
Yeah.
But if they want to get back to like the mid-20s, like end of 2020, like 10s era, then they gotta like do a big reset, like whether it's soft or full.
Yeah.
Like anyway,
And Star Wars, I don't know what's going on with Star Wars. I don't get me wrong.
I don't think that Star
Everyone
Wars
here is a
currently-
Star Wars fan. I love Star Wars. Andor 2 will be a religious experience for me.
100%.
But I need to be honest when I say that at least on the movie side of Star Wars, what are we doing? Like,
I mean,
Star
nothing.
Wars
It's
is
been
a
7 years.
theatrical event. As much as I love Andor, Star Wars is a theatrical event, and we haven't. I'm not excited for Mandalore and Grogu.
No, I'm not either.
Like, I don't know what we're doing. I was now this is a hot take. I was excited about the Rey movie, but that's beside the point. Like, we're not getting any of those movies. Those aren't going to happen. I don't know what's happening with Star Wars. I don't know what's happening with MCU. I don't know what's happening with DC.
Anyway, we gotta wrap it up. We're running out
I
of
don't
time. So, anyway, thanks for watching. I guess this was our reaction and discussion about like the Avengers Doomsday cast announcement. If you liked it and you're still here,
The
like,
hour-
subscribe.
hour
I
and a half
guess.
later.
Yeah. Anything else, guys?
Check out our reactions. Check out our D&D gameplay. We got a ton of different content available for people.
Yeah.
Let us know what you thought about in the comments. Tell us how dumb we are. Tell us how amazing we are.
Yeah, give us
One
your
of the two.
opinions.
I got a new hoodie today. For those of you that I've been getting
wearing
comments
an
about my
old
hoodies.
hoodie right now.
On the cast, on our opinions, on our theories, on what do you think of
Our hair.
reboot, like or like our appearance. It's just like
Jack.
I think it's gonna be fun.
That,
we're gonna make
true
a
to
shirt.
form, Jack. True to
We're
form.
gonna
We are gonna make a shirt that it's gonna have me and said it's fun.
Check
Anyway.
out our merch.
Anyway, take care.
Bye.
Bye.